This massive beast, an 8-pound lobster that he's gonna be cooking up in a Thai style.
Welcome to Bangkok. Whoa! A city where you can feast like a king for just $20 a day. Or drop thousands on high-end seafood at a luxury restaurant. And in between, American fast food chains with a Thai twist.
Here we're moving on to our most iconic Thai food, the kaprak.
In this ultimate Bangkok series, I'm exploring the extremes of food in Thailand's capital.
Oh, look at that.
From budget-friendly meals that stretch every baht, to a $1,000 seafood challenge that'll test just how far luxury and gluttony can go.
Ooh, oh my lord.
But first I'm seeing how much $20 can really get you in the world's most traveled to city.
Behind me, our first location and our breakfast spot of the day. Here they're not serving Kellogg's or pancakes, no. They serve a real man's meal. We're eating pork blood soup. Nice. Now what's remarkable about this dish is not just the price, but what you're getting for that amount of money. Usually, if you're getting inexpensive food, you're getting a lot of filler. Here, this bowl is gonna be packed with animal parts. Let me introduce you to those parts now. This is the food that gives the dish its namesake. These are pork blood condensed into a cube. It's cooked, it's steamy, it is hot, and they're pretty big. So that is what the dish is named after. But there's so much more, including this right here, roasted pork belly. Now, as we enter into this section over here, you see a whole host of different pork parts. That's gonna enter our dish soon. But as we delve even deeper into the kitchen, everything here, it smells delicious. For a Muslim person, toxic fumes. Let's get to our dish right now. This here is Buong. She is the owner and she is the one who's gonna be making my bowl today. First, she puts in rolled Chinese noodles. From there, she puts in some pieces of pork meat, some minced pork meatballs, some pork liver, pork heart, pork stomach, pork tongue. Right here, we have pork intestines. Right there, pork lungs. And then finally, we have pork jowls to finish it off, but she's not done. Right here, we have our crispy pork belly. Then we have some fried garlic and some cilantro. Now it's time for the blood cubes. From there, she steps over to this giant pot of boiling broth. This is obviously a pork stock, and that is how you make pork blood soup with rolled noodles. This is a lot of meat for not a lot of money. I'm gonna start with this, the broth. It looks oily. There's little bits of chunks and sediment in it. That is bones, that is pork parts, that is probably a little bit of MSG, if I'm not lying. Everything you need to make a healing broth, a broth that makes you whole again. From there we have the organs, the liver, one of the most nutritious body parts that you could consume. It's soft and there's no intense minerality or gaminess. Speaking of gaminess, right here we have an intestine. I used to eat this stuff just to show you unique and sometimes bizarre foods around the world, and then I accidentally fell in love. Like the guy in high school who his friends paid him money or dared him to go out with the average looking girl. Hold on, too long of an example. Moving on, right here. A minced meat ball. Oh my God, minced delicious pork, no fillers. It is full of a peppery flavor. Right here we have one of the iconic noodles that you will find in Bangkok, the rolled noodle. There's something very nice about rolling it up. It gives it a little bit more bite. It's got a nice texture to it. I love it. But from here, there is one food that I have skipped, and that is the giant blood cube. This whole bowl full of pork parts, you'll find it all over Bangkok, but later, I'm gonna be showing you the room where I'll be sleeping tonight, a room in which a meal like this is absolutely prohibited. You'll find out why soon. But for now, back to the blood cube. It's a good cube. It's basically like a silky tofu, which is amazing because people eat tofu to replace animals. But what you could do instead is eat animals to replace tofu. 100 IQ. So that is breakfast for $1.74. But next we're gonna go somewhere that will really help us to get to know the country. I'm talking about Wang Long Market. I almost called it Long Wong. That would have been embarrassing. Wang Long Market is famous for its authentic Thai street food featuring dishes like grilled squid, coconut pancakes, and spicy papaya salad. Here there is budget-friendly shopping, making it a hotspot for bargain shoppers or broke people like me today. Not only am I here to take in the market and learn more about Bangkok, I am on a mission to find a delicious Thai snack. Let's head inside the market now and take a look. As you enter the market, you can see so much food. Holy shit, Calvin? Freddy? What are you doing in Bangkok?
What are you doing in Bangkok?
Not getting another hair surgery.
Oh, I was gonna get my penile enlargement.
I just heard enlargement. What do you need to have enlarged?
My
I thought you'd say something more like subtle.
Okay.
All right, well, Good luck, take care. Wow, look at that cool haircut. What? 12-year-old me is so jealous right now. As you look down, you will see dozens of people. Everyone's looking for the best food deals, and the smells here are amazing. The smell of meat, and especially the smell of frying oil. So let's take a look around and see what this market has to offer, and eventually land on the one perfect snack that's gonna fit within my budget. Let's move. Can you stop wandering into my shot?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Please proceed.
Okay.
I'm going this way.
As you can see.
No, do your own show. We are moving to our first food location right here. These are oblong fish balls. If your balls look like that, call the same doctor Calvin has, and then fire him. Here, it is fish paste that's been fried, and they're likely frying it a second time until it looks like this. It looks beautiful. I'm very deeply touched right now. The man behind me just secretly made a bag of these balls, and he has served it to me for free. These look incredible. It is a curious combination of fish and sweet tamarind with a bit of spice in there. It's more fishy than you would think, but it's a fishiness kind of like a Korean fish cake, like odang. Have you ever had that? Oh, dang, you haven't? It's good. Moving on, right here, there's all kinds of fried delights. Well, it looks like an egg roll, but it's probably actually better. Then you go down here and you're greeted by these little steamers where they're making a traditional Thai dessert. It looks delicious, but that's not the one I'm gonna get today. I gotta look around, I gotta check out my options. Ooh, right here, every meat you could ever imagine on a stick. Look at it, we got big ones, long ones, thick ones, little ones, crooked ones. They look amazing. Every type of processed meat, ready, willing, and waiting to go in your mouth. Let's move. As you look down, you can see it goes on forever and ever. Right here, there's not great visuals, but you can see the idea through the menu. Basically, they take fried bread and they cut it up. You can get like a pandan filling put on top. Oh, the lady behind the counter put her mask on to hide her identity. Don't worry, ma'am. We'll pixelate your face. Boom. There, unrecognizable. Right here we have something I've not seen before in Thailand. These are crispy rice crackers. I believe you can just take a little bit of a sample. Crunchy, toasty, satisfying, very good. Thank you. She's like, please leave. That smile said everything I need to know. Let's move. Oh my God. I thought she's coming to kick my ass. I was expecting a fucking dragon uppercut from down here. So far, we've walked about 100 meters into the market, and there is no signs of an end. It just keeps going and going and going. Right here, we have a very bummed out and depressed Mario. I'm not sure what happened to him, but it's creative.
Want to see the sea in your eyes? You need to be free.
Oh, he stops. I looked at his cookies so deeply that he was like, well, take a look. Very nice cookies, thank you. People here are so kind, they're so polite. Thailand is built on hospitality because the people are just naturally hospitable. Go to Russia, it's not the same vibe. Go to Morocco, it's not the same vibe. I know, I was just there. People were nice, deep down, deep, deep, deep down, deep, 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 deep down. Finally, on this very narrow street, I have found a snack worth my money. This right here, it looks absolutely delicious. It looks sweet, creamy, crunchy. It's a dish known as gannombyang. Do you know how I know that? There's a sign right there. It says it right there, gannombyang. Right now I am with Miss Bookie, and this is her shop, and she's about to show us how it's done. It all starts with the foundation. This is a very unique batter made out of rice flour, peanut flour, sugar, and also egg.
And red lime water.
Oh, and red lime water. What? Right here we have a unique tool. It looks like a little circular spatula. I'm gonna take a little bit of the batter and oh God. All right.
This looks like so good. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, and I'm handsome. Thank you. Should I finish? You take the rest of the afternoon off. How about that? Well, okay, somehow the second one was worse.
What's that, brother?
So now that we have our foundation, it's time for the cream. This is like a meringue made of egg whites and sugar that's been whipped. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm gonna continue my recipe. Here we go. I think she's holding back with the meringue. I'm gonna meringue mine up. Now that we have that, there are two different flavors when it comes to this snack. This is a sweetened egg yolk, essentially a shredded egg yolk that has sugar added to it. The egg yolk goes on, it has a pop of color. It's not just about, is the mic in the way? It's not just about the flavor, it's about having the opportunity to eat this food with your eyes. For our next topping right here, we have a red one. What's inside of there?
Coconut, salt, sugar, coriander root, and little pepper.
Right here we have some coriander. It goes only on the red version here. Right here she has white sesame seeds, and that is gonna go on next. She gets underneath it and she folds it into a little Thai taco. And then that kind of protects them from sticking to each other. Oh, should I get mine off? All right, it's so very hot. So that is how you make ganamyeon. It looks amazing, and I cannot wait to try it out. All right, guys, it is time to eat the snack, and look who I bumped into. This is Paidan. You may remember when we worked together about 5 years ago, we ate a giant shrimp the size of her arm. So right here, for 8 of these, it's $1.16. It's an incredible snack. Since we have bumped into each other serendipitously, I would like to enjoy some together. Can we?
Yes, of course.
Let's start with the red one.
Oh, one more.
It's a nice flavor combination because there is still a sweet and salty element there, and that meringue has kind of reduced down to the point it's almost like a toffee. It's got a little chew to it. It's very nice.
I like the texture. It's crispy and it's soft inside.
I agree. Moving on to our final one right here. These are beautiful, and they're full of egg yolk that's been shredded. I love it. You've got the crunch, you've got the meringue, and you've got that egg yolk, which has a nice, dense kind of texture to it. Plus, it's like syrupy, sweet. There's something that tastes like rose water.
In Thai, we call it's like a candle that we smoke into all of this.
And does that give it flavor?
A little bit, but it makes it smell so good.
It is a very delicious and fun and affordable snack. From here, I'm saying goodbye to Paidan, and I'm saying hello to some lunch. Let's move. All of that going around the market looking at food has got me in the mood for more food. Behind me, our lunch destination, a place serving ratna. What's that? Right here, I have the menu. Come take a close look at what I'm about to order. Crispy rice noodles in gravy with pork. I know what you're thinking. Sonny, for breakfast, didn't you also have pork? And then weren't there noodles involved? Hey, come here. My camera guy cut. Okay, we're back, we're good? Okay, what I meant to say was, shh. It's different a little bit. Here's what makes it different. The noodles are fried. And I want to see what happens when you take a rice noodle and you put it into sizzling hot oil. Let's go in the kitchen to take a look. First of all, there are 2 different types of fried noodle that you can do. This is the first type right here. That is like kind of a disc full of egg noodles, but I want to see what it looks like when they fry the rice noodles. Behind me, you can see the gravy being made for our dish. It is a pork-based gravy, but inside he's making it thick through the use of potato starch. Wow, take a look at that. That looks alien. This is the flavor epicenter for the dish that we will soon be consuming. All right, folks, our ingredient has arrived. This is the uncooked, unfried rice noodle. Soon, that is gonna hit some hot oil. He opens up the package and already you can see the already dried noodles. Next, he brings forth his cooking weaponry. He takes the noodles and boom, he puts it on top of the oil and instantly it gets gigantic. That is it. It fries for about 5 seconds and that baby is done. That is what I call instant gosh dang noodles. Let's do it again. He takes the noodle ever so shyly and quietly. Oh, look at that. It puffs up. I will never get sick of seeing that. Are you guys taking an application? I want this to be my retirement job. We follow that over here. Now, I'm sure they wouldn't mind if I broke off a little bitty piece of a bite. This is the final carbohydrate. It is really like a robin's nest. Let's give it a shot. It's impossible to hold on to. Uh-oh. She's filming me. I feel like I'm breaking 1 or 2 health codes right now. That is gonna soon be mixed with the gravy, and that is what's gonna make the dish that we came here to see. And it begins with some boiled Chinese kale. Then he takes some of this nest, he puts that on top of the plate. Right here we have that thick gravy we saw being made earlier. That thick gravy gets put on one side, and that is gonna be today's lunch. Let's go try it out. If you did not see the miracle of culinary magic that took place in the kitchen, you would not appreciate this as much. First of all, let's talk about the price. $1.73 for everything that you see right here. And that includes big, delicious slabs of pork. We've got vegetables for fiber, and then we've got the noodle. Let's start with the meat. This is a piece of meat from the pork butt. It is some sweet, sugary meat. It's delicious. Next, we have the kale. What you can see around the kale is the noodles are losing their form. They sogify almost instantly. A little bit earthy, some nice texture. Actually, me likey. But anyways, I'm here to destroy this nest of noodles. Oh, it'd be so cool if they put a couple quail eggs right there. I'm gonna take some of this pork and this gravy, and I'm gonna ladle it on top. That is an epic bite. Calvin, how's it look?
It looks saucy. Now the noodles are...
That's enough, that's enough. He doesn't know anything about the noodles. He's way over there, and I'm right here. Listen to me. It's crunchy, savory, and delicious, and the best part is it costs $1.73. But from here, you're gonna do the most expensive part of today's challenge, and that is checking out my room. You can find a lot of rooms in this city that cost around $10 to $20. But what if you want a room that's $9? We're gonna head to that location now. Let me tell you, I'm not bringing the pork with me. You'll find out why next. Next, I've come to the neighborhood where my lodging is. We are on the edge of Bangkok. Behind me, you could see a giant red mosque. So it may not shock you to know that here there's a large and vibrant Muslim community, including folks like this. Hi guys. So why is it relevant that we're in a Muslim community? Well, because tonight I am going to be renting a room inside a Muslim household. Here's what they say about the house that we're going to next. Relax with the whole family at this peaceful place to stay. But there is an exception if you plan to stay at this very affordable $9 room, and that is, we not allow drink and alcohol pork in my house. If you need more information, you can talk to me later. And guess what? We contacted that lady and we're gonna go talk to her now. So you are the one renting a room.
Yes.
And the room is available for $9.
$9. Yes.
Since last year, Miss Kanya has been welcoming travelers to her home. Most are couch surfers, but she has visitors from all around the world.
Is it only Muslim people or all kinds of people?
No, or anything, and anyone.
In just a second, she'll be showing me the house and room where I'll be staying tonight, and I'll learn why she's willing to rent her private space to the public, including to a guy like me who wets the bed twice a night.
The house is very beautiful. It's a house on stilts, which is nice because then you get kind of a garage underneath like you see over here.
The purpose of the stilts is for flooding.
Oh, hey, don't put the camera at him. He's not part of this show.
For just $9, you get access to the essentials: a terrace with a view, a cozy living room, a functional kitchen, an indoor bathroom, and one of 2 bedrooms to choose from. The first option even comes with a bed.
Can I be honest? It also looks like you're using this room for storage.
Yes, that's right.
So I will share the room with all of these clothes. So this is
Yes,
single bed.
Single. If you need to, the 2 person, I have a mattress on the floor.
And then if I go to the bathroom, I step on that person and then I go.
Yes.
All right, let's check out the other room.
Now the second bedroom option, a much more open space, probably because there's no bed in here.
No bed, no bed. Have a mattress.
This mattress?
Yes.
Take a look at this. Ooh. Oh, sorry, I won't do that. If I need to use a bathroom at night, where will I go?
Bedroom outside.
Since this is a budget-friendly stay, there is no water heater. So instead, you'll be enjoying the exhilarating and refreshing experience of a cold bucket shower.
Yeah, you know that.
Exactly how I like it.
So I want to ask you a few questions.
Are you hot?
I'm a little bit hot, but I'm okay.
Oh, there is a Komodo dragon.
Whoa, really?
I have to be careful about my cat also.
So you have a Komodo dragon outside. It's gigantic and it eats cats?
Yes, right. It eats cat. So I have to be careful about my cat also.
That's a cat right there. I'm glad to see that your cat is under the couch and not in the mouth of that giant lizard. Okay, my last question is, why did you decide to start renting out a room?
Because my room is empty. Also, to learning about the people, the language from foreigners.
So to get kind of a cultural exchange, a language exchange,
Yes.
and meet new people from around the world. I love it because this is not only a room, but it's a room with a story. Is that the lizard?
Your friend.
Oh, it's Thomas. God dang it, Thomas. Careful back there, Thomas. I'm happy to meet you. I'm happy to be here. And I can't wait to kick it in that bedroom later tonight. But first, I have to go eat some dinner. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right, folks, now that you've seen where I'm staying for the night, we are headed to our final location where I'll be getting dinner. And I'm riding there in style. Welcome to a Bangkok tuk-tuk. Honestly, if you're on a budget, and this one just broke, I think. All right, we're back in business. Honestly, if you're on a budget, I do not recommend going in a tuk-tuk because they are very expensive. They're more expensive than you would think for just being kind of a glorified motorcycle that can hold 2 to 5 people, perhaps 6 if they're very small in stature. Here's my best advice. If you do want to take a tuk-tuk, always make a deal beforehand. You have to know where you are, where you're going, and how much money you're willing to spend. And today, I'm willing to spend about $2. And that means I'm going to make it another about 30 feet. Okay, good. Okay. I don't want to go over budget. Off we go. I'm gonna walk the rest of the way. I have left my lodging for now. It is late night and I've come to the street food street to try to find an affordable dinner. You see, I have this much money left in my wallet. And with that amount of money, I'm gonna try to eat like a king. Maybe not the king of Thailand, but you know, mattress king, something like that. Behind me, a late night eatery with literally dozens of food options. Let me show you what they have already sitting out, ready for you to order. Wow, steaming pots of yum. This, can you guess at all? Well, this is a big, beautiful bowl of pork intestines. Very nice. As we move around the section here, you'll see it looks like they've got some bitter melon, and then meats of all different kinds over here. They've got Chinese sausage, they've got shrimpies, they've got dried organ meats, pork belly, eggs of different varieties, from ducks, from chickens, even from pheasants. If you lay eggs, they're gonna cook it here and sell it to somebody. But this is the outer food section. This is kind of what draws people in. Back there is the kitchen. I'm gonna head in there now to see how they cook their classic green curry. We are heading back right now to the curry station. This here is the curry master for today. She doesn't have time to F around. Everything starts with coconut milk. Right here we have our green chili paste. We're mixing it around, and that heads over to the range where it's gonna heat up real quick. Now, if you're wondering if we are gonna have to get a veggie curry because I have a low budget, the answer is no. Today it's all about the chicken, which she's cooking along with some eggplant. She's like a DJ at the turntables. She's making music, baby. Culinary music. I got nothing. She gives it a little bit of a mix, and then she leaves. Where'd she go? She brings back a basket. The chicken has been boiled, she strains it, and there it is, ready to join that coconut milk. She hits it with a little bit of stock. Right here we have sugar, fish sauce, and that is going to join the pot. Ooh, now even more coconut milk goes in. This lady is a tornado of activity. Some red bell peppers join the party. She brings some basil, and those leap into the pot as well. It's getting thick, it's getting creamy. It smells nice in here.
Like coconuts.
Ooh, she dumps it out. I gotta say, that chicken is looking tender and juicy. She brings a pot over here. That could be for somebody else, so I have no idea. The communication is lacking in the kitchen, if I'm honest. Oh, it turns out that that's actually finished. All right, folks, we have our final meal right here. Green curry, looking slightly more yellowish. And what's amazing is that after buying this right here, I had enough money left over to get this, a Thai beer, and I didn't even get it from this restaurant. I had to go to the 7-Eleven across the street because it was cheaper. Cheers. Right here, the curry. It smells like creamy coconut milk. This is like a soup. I want to drink it. Wow, that's magic. It's simply the combination of that green chili paste with the coconut milk. It's firecrackers in my mouth. So here's my move. I'm gonna make a little bit of a hole in the rice, and then I'm gonna start just spooning it over. The chicken is boiled to perfection. Colorful vegetables, green basil. And I'm gonna really sop up the rice with the soup and get some chicken too. That's a nice looking bite. There's no special ingredients, there's no rare animals or giant seafood. It's just straight up chicken, coconut milk, and lots of spices. Very satisfying. I could just drink this coconut milk for every meal. God damn, I gotta eat curry more often. Today was an incredible day for me. I set out on a mission to survive in this city for $20, and I really didn't know if it would be possible, and somehow it was, but it also blew past my expectations.
After a full day of stretching $20 on Bangkok street food, I'm ready to move on to something more familiar, American fast food. But there's just one problem. Some of the fast food you'll find here in Bangkok is completely unrecognizable.
Wait, this cheeseburger has no cheese. Behind me, our first target, McDonald's. If you're gonna explore fast food in any new country, McDonald's is a great place to start. It's the perfect way to calibrate the fast food situation. If what you find at McDonald's is pretty straightforward, then you know that every other location is gonna be serving foods that you're used to and that you're familiar with. Unfortunately, that is not the case here. Inside this McDonald's, they have some wild items. Not just lunch, but breakfast and lunch. Right now, we're heading inside, and we're gonna do a 2-for-1. First thing you'll notice as you enter is they have a security guard. What goes on here that they need security? Oh, hello, sir. I want to shake your hand. Swatika. There you go. Thank you.
Easiest security to blow past ever.
All right, here we are, breakfast. I'm excited because they have some menu items I've not seen anywhere in the USA, including this right here, chicken McPorridge. Have you ever heard of such a thing? So I'm gonna get a chicken McPorridge, and then you can also get a pork McPorridge. I'm gonna do that as well. Ooh, you can add a McPatongko. Looks like a Chinese fried bread. I will be adding that as well. Also here on the McMuffin page, they have a pepper chicken McMuffin. I'm not sure if that's something we have in the USA. I don't think it is. For a beverage, I'll be getting a strawberry Fanta, because I didn't know you could do that. Oh God, there's things you can add. There's cheesy dip, but I don't need to dip anything. There's a corn pie. Okay, I'm also gonna be getting a corn pie, I just realized. These screens really get you. Did you know that people on average order more from a kiosk like this than they will from a person, because you feel the harsh gaze of judgment from a human, but from a computer screen, you feel the warm embrace of nothing. I've got my order number, so now we wait. All right, folks, let's get into it. We have our first fast food meal of the day right here in front of me, and it looks pretty splendid if I'm honest. Now, here's the deal with McDonald's and all fast food. Every time you see a new menu item, they're likely incorporating other foods that they already have. What do I mean? Come take a look at the porridge. This is the pork porridge, and obviously they're taking a breakfast pork patty and just cutting it up into little bitty pieces. Over here we have the chicken porridge. Obviously, they're just cutting up a chicken finger into little bitty pieces and putting it into the porridge. Right here you have some kind of overcooked rice. Let's see how just the porridge is. A bit plain. Now, they give you some pepper. You can put some pepper in if you want to, and that would probably help, but I don't think it's made with any kind of a chicken stock. I don't hate that. Peppery, obviously. Chicken is crispy. It's good fried chicken. I gotta say, the porridge is a little flat. It lacks some flavor. It'd be nice if they made it with something like a chicken stock or something fatty. If I came here to this McDonald's, this would not be my first choice. But hey, maybe the pork will be better. But first, right here, a miniature fried bread. This is something that you'll find in China, in Taiwan, in Hong Kong, and in Vietnam. In Vietnamese, they call it huai. Usually it's about this long. Look, the shrinkflation is killing us, guys. It's brutal. So I'm gonna break that in half. It's basically just fried bread. Who doesn't love fried bread? You could also put it in the porridge and eat it with that. Let's give it a shot. That's very nice. A little crunch on the outside, pillowy, soft on the inside. It's really like the Asian equivalent of the hash brown. It's very nice. So from there we have this. This is the pepper chicken McMuffin. Something I've never seen in the USA, and can I say, a bit small. Let's give it a shot. I'm not sure what makes that a breakfast item. It's mayonnaise, it's chicken, it's cheese. There's nothing really breakfasty about it. So basically the McMuffin bread is doing all the work, but overall, I think it just tastes okay. So now to cleanse my palate, I will take a sip of strawberry Fanta. Wow. It tastes like strawberry was mainline injecting syrup into its veins. These strawberries were absolutely high on sugar. Now I'm high too. Our next sweet offering right here, the corn pie. In the United States, corn and pie are two words we don't usually see next to each other. And honestly, when I hear the words corn pie, it feels a little bit dirty. Man, I drank so much last night, I blacked out and I think somebody corn pied me. If you thought of something dirty, that's your fault. Maybe it's their fault too. Who wants to get corn pied? Well, me right now. I mean, I want to put my mouth on it. I don't know if it's going to be a good outcome though. Let's find out. Wow, I kind of like it. God, Asians will put corn in anything. When I lived in Korea, it was very commonplace for them to put corn on pizza. Here, also corn. It's that same flaky crust you would get with any type of pie at a McDonald's, whether it's filled with apples or filled with beans like they do in China. Meanwhile, the inside is just like a sweet cream corn. I kind of like it. I'm coming out as saying I enjoy getting corn pie. Moving on to our last food right here. This is the pork porridge. I fear it will be like the chicken, but let's give it a shot. Better, but it's the same porridge. There's not really anything to it, but those patties are nice. I don't mind them dicing up these patties like I'm a 2-year-old eating McDonald's for the first time. It's fun. So that is breakfast, but literally in 7 minutes, I'm gonna go back up to that kiosk and I'm gonna order lunch. Trust me, you're gonna wanna stick around to see what they're serving for lunch here at McDonald's in Thailand. It's a disaster. All right, folks, I'm ready for round 2. This is my favorite part of the day. I'm walking up to the menu, and I have no idea what surprises lie ahead. Truffle pork burger? Truffle beef burger? Already blown away. I'm sorry, what? Then they have a chicken cheeseburger. Isn't that just a McChicken? Why is it a cheeseburger? Filet-O-fish, double Filet-O-fish, samurai pork burger. That looks, might I say, Japanese? I should get that. So that's it for the burger section, but what about chicken? This is what I'm looking for. Chicken kap rao rice value set. Now, kap rao is like this very iconic traditional food of Thailand. It's usually fried basil, some kind of a minced meat, garlic, chilies. It's actually like the same food that Mark serves at his restaurant here in Bangkok. But this is gonna be the McDonald's version of it. So I'm definitely gonna be getting that. Beyond that, if you go to fries and snacks, they have curly fries, spicy McNuggets, and even more of that fried bread. So I'm gonna finish my order here and I will meet you at the table. Lunch is served. Right here I have 4 menu items I've never tried before and a Coke Zero to balance it all out. Let's start with this. This is the samurai burger. It turns out this originated in Japan and it is available at the McDonald's there. When I think Japanese burger, I think way too much teriyaki. Oh my God, that is a sauce apocalypse. So a ton of teriyaki and mayonnaise, lettuce kind of strewn in there like a fun joke, and then what is probably a pork patty. Let's go for it. Well, it's a lot of teriyaki. It's very sweet sauce. With the pork patty, it's okay. You get burgers in Korea or Japan, they always have some kind of a teriyaki option, and it always tastes kind of like an insane amount of sauce with mayonnaise. Is it good? It's okay. But it's also the least Thai thing here. We're gonna build up to this right here. This is a food doing its best to represent an iconic food of Thailand. But first, truffle? I'm not sure who decided that Thai people like truffle, but right here, we have a truffle beef burger. It looks just kind of like a quarter pounder with cheese. And then what? What's different about it? Oh, maybe it's that. That looks like it might be some kind of a truffle mayo or a truffle sauce. It's very truffly. Now, when you get truffle at a fast food restaurant, it's not real truffle. It's synthetic truffle made with chemicals. I like the taste of chemical truffle oil more than actual truffles because it's stronger, it's more potent. Let's go for it. I got that. The truffle mayo, it passes the test. It's creamy, it's truffly. It is basically a quarter pounder with cheese, but now with truffle. I also got this, I'm not sure why, but it's another version of the truffle experience, this time with a double pork patty. As far as I know, we don't have anything like this in the USA with pork patties. Let's go for it. There's a lot going on there. The patties are nice, they're flavorful, they're porky, and there's 2 of them. So it's twice as much meat in your mouth, just something my camera guy loves. Right, Thomas? Remember that horse when you ate that horse part?
Yes.
Imagine it's just braised beef. Delicious. Double the meat, double the fun. Here we're moving on to our most iconic Thai food, the kaprak. This looks nothing like what this dish would usually look like. This is a version of kaprak that I ate at Mark Wiens restaurant. It has minced pork, they put a duck egg on top, it's got rice on the bottom, and it's got sauce. This does have chicken, but chicken what? Is that a chicken testicle? It's some kind of a chicken ball. Let's try it out. It tastes like a fried ball, but it's been put in this sauce, so the fried part of the ball is soggy now. But this sauce is very impressive. I'm gonna move this over to the rice. Ooh, that looks good. Let's give it a shot. There's so much going on at one time. The sauce is shockingly spicy for something you will find at McDonald's. It's like a solid 7 out of 10 spiciness. If you gave my mom that, she would be deceased. I gotta say, it's a pretty cool food. The flavors are good, but then the chicken itself, it just has no texture. It tastes like they pulled it out the freezer, threw it in the fryer. It's uninspiring. So that is breakfast and lunch at McDonald's, but we have a lot more fast food action to see today. Next, we're headed to the king of fried chicken, KFC. Let's move. 2 great things happened in 1984. I was born and KFC came to Thailand. Let me say more. Since 1984, KFC has become one of the most popular fast food chains in Thailand with hundreds of outlets across the country. The brand has adapted its menu to cater to Thai tastes, offering items such as spicy fried chicken. Spicy fried chicken like this. But the unique items at this KFC are not just limited to this. Let's go inside and order up some fresh Thai chicken. So here we go, we've got the kiosk right here. A lot of it is familiar to what you might see at any American KFC. We've got just good old fried chicken, and then of course they're gonna have a lot of spicy fried chicken options. But today what I'm interested in is a special rice chicken combination. There's 2 right here that I've never tried before. Come and take a look. We have KFC spicy chicken rice bowl and KFC green curry crispy chicken rice. That is what I'm gonna be ordering today. They also have nuggets, they have crispy strips, and they have a shrimp donut. I've had a lot of donuts in my day. I've never had a shrimp donut. Let's order it up and try it out at the table. All right, folks, KFC, let's get into it. There's only 3 items here. There's not as extensive a menu. It's just chicken, except for this, which is shrimp. Now, here's what's throwing me off. This is what they're calling a shrimp donut. Unusual. If they called it a shrimp ring, if they called it shrimp amari, that doesn't work either. Yeah, I guess they're stuck. What the heck do you call something like this? I mean, they've taken shrimp, they threw it into a mulcher, and then they coat it with flour and they fry it. It seems like it could be kind of a shrimp bagel. Let's give it a shot. I don't hate it. It's fried, it's crispy, it's shrimpy goodness. What's kind of amazing is the best part of shrimp is probably the bounciness of that protein, and they've captured that texture here. Cleanse the palate with a little bit of Diet Coke. I mean regular Pepsi. Ugh. And move on to the next course over here. Now, I'm gonna work my way up to this one. That is the very spicy chicken. This here is the green curry chicken with rice. So they have fried pieces of chicken, they have a rice base, and then they've covered everything with that green curry sauce. The first thing I wanna do, just go for that bite right there. The green curry that's completely saturated that rice. All right, let's give it a shot. Lovely. It's creamy, it's rich. I taste notes of lemongrass. I really like that. Now we gotta try it with the chicken, because that is the ultimate test. Oh, look at that bite. Fried chicken, rice on the bottom, and all of it is just drenched in that creamy curry sauce. Let's go for it. I'm kind of blown away right now. I love to be blown. away. Buy food like this is not what I expected to find at a KFC. Well, I might have to change the title of this video from how Thailand is destroying American fast food to how Thailand is completely reinventing the fast food landscape worldwide. That's really good. But then there's this. This is the KFC spicy chicken rice bowl. Again, there's gonna be rice on the bottom. There's that same fried chicken, but all of that, this little kind of a salad and spice, that is what makes it unique. Let's see how spicy it gets, and let's see if it's any more spicy than what we just had at McDonald's. Did they make it right? It's such a weird flavor combination. It's salt, it's chili flakes, it's toasted rice powder, and then it's a bunch of sour vegetables. Let me try one more bite. Why is it so sour? It's not great. It is spicy, but not as spicy as what we just had at McDonald's. McDonald's was like a 7 out of 10. It's like a 6 out of 10. Still, would it make my mom deceased? Yes. Straight to the grave. Sorry, Mom. So these are the unique Thai offerings here at KFC, but we have a lot more to see today because we are also going to another famous burger establishment. And then today we're going to be ending the day with a restaurant that has one of my favorite foods. I'm talking about Pizza Hut. Let's keep moving. We have come to our third location, another burger icon, the king of burgers, Burger King. Through my travels, I have learned that Burger King is willing to take a few more risks, especially when it comes to regional food. That's what I'm hoping to see here on the menu. Let's talk about one menu item I'm excited to see right here. Take a look at that. Here it says, where is the bun? That's right, because there is no bun made of bread, but rather a bun made of 2 cheese discs. It looks incredible. Let's go inside now and see what else we can find. Here you will see they have the Tom Yum series. Tom Yum might remind you of a Thai soup. In fact, Tom means boiled, and Yum is a sweet and sour spice. Now, there's nothing here that looks like soup. Instead, they're using the Tom Yum flavors and applying that to things like chicken. Let's go see how it's done. Okay, I don't know who that was. Were they ordering? I'm gonna take over that person's order, I guess. Right here, they have the typical menu. Burgers in Burger King are completely reckless. They're huge, and they have so much meat, bacon, and cheese inside of them. It just makes my heart want to sing and also stop at the same time. Is that 3 a triple Whopper with beef? It's like a cow's worst nightmare. Even the cows are like, dude, that much beef? That much? Since we are in Thailand, we also have chicken. Now here you can see chicken flavored with Tom Yum seasoning, and I believe that is what I want to get. And then as we head to the rice section, we find some more surprises. Right here we have something called Gai Klu Kre. I'm gonna order that because it's very local and no other Burger King around the world is gonna have that. I'm ready to order up, sit down at the table, see what we find. All right, folks, Burger King done the Thai way. We have chicken done in 2 different ways, and then we have this. This is what I'm most looking forward to, the bunless burger. But we're gonna wait for that. First, let's try one of the chicken offerings. The Tom Yum, it looks very messy, so I'm gonna save that one for last. First, we have this right here, a food known as, excuse me, ma'am, do you know what that is?
ไก่คั่วเกลือ
What's that?
It's like deep fried chicken with salt.
And then they have a sauce on the side. Do you know what the sauce on this side might be?
It's gel sauce, like a little bit spicy, sour, and sweet.
Well, that's all Thai food, spicy, sour, and sweet. Thank you, random stranger. So there's a couple things going on with this dish. We have the fried chicken, we have that spicy, sweet, sour sauce on the side, and then we have a rice that has been labeled as sticky rice. Is that supposed to be sticky rice? I'm gonna say that's just normal jasmine rice. It doesn't seem like sticky rice at all. Tragic. I love sticky rice. Here's my big question. They have named this something Thai, but is it just gonna be like some normal fried chicken? Let's find out. Yeah, it is. It's good. It's not disappointing. It seems like maybe real pieces of chicken rather than the processed chicken mush. It also tastes like a nice dark oily piece of thigh. But then we have this. This perhaps is where the flavor comes in. It's sweet, smoky. It's got a nice deep savoriness to it. It's kind of like a jazzed up barbecue sauce. Not bad. Cleanse the palate and move on to the next food. This might win the trophy for the day, a bunless burger. But wait, Sonny, how is it possible to have a burger with no bun? Well, you replace the bread with blocks of cheese. So right there, you can see the burger patty inside, just ketchup. I know what you're thinking. Wait, this cheeseburger has no cheese. No, that's the best part. I'm gonna do an epic cheese pull and we'll see what happens. It is gooey, it is processed, and it's all over the place. Now, I don't recommend doing what I just did, but I wanted to give you a nice visual for what's inside. This is 2 cheese-filled hockey pucks. Let's give it a try. It's keto. It might be paleo. It's basically health food. It's a type of thing I would expect to find in the USA and not here in Thailand. Southeast Asia is not known for loving cheese. I don't think most folks in Southeast Asia were exposed to cheese until like 2 decades ago. Meanwhile, you have a burger whose buns consist only of cheese. It's really nice. So that is the bunless burger. Do I like it? Are you kidding me? I love it. I'm in love. From here, we have one food remaining. Tom yum in the form of chicken. Now, what's mysterious about this is that there's no soup involved. I'm used to tom yum being like a seafood soup. Right here, it looks like I've got perhaps a thigh. It's just absolutely coated in this powder. Let's give it a shot. There's a ton of flavor dust on there. It's like getting a unique flavor of popcorn. Instead of cheddar popcorn, it's tom yum seasoning, which is very herby. I smell lemongrass. It's a refreshing flavor. It's something that pairs nicely with like heavy fried chicken. I like the idea. The seasoning is a bit overpowering though. For me, I prefer foods that are a little bit more subtle, like a burger wrapped in 2 hockey pucks of cheese. So that is what's unique here at Burger King in Thailand. This place did not disappoint. Somehow, we're getting better and getting more interesting food items as we move throughout the day. But we have one place remaining. That is Pizza Hut. Pizza is like the weak spot for all of Asia. When they recreate it, it always turns out a little bit off. Last time I was in China, they put a cheese volcano in the middle of a pizza surrounded by an Oreo cookie crumble. When I was in Vietnam, they put worms on a pizza. So what are they gonna do here in Thailand? Let's go find out. Here there is a pizza known as Hokkaido cheese. Now, Hokkaido is a region in Japan. I'm not sure if they're known for cheese or not. It's a great word for branding. If you put Hokkaido in front of most things, it will be more expensive. So I'm gonna be ordering the seafood and Hokkaido cheese pizza, but for the crust on that one, I'm gonna be getting shrimp cooked into the crust. That's the plan at least. How's it gonna turn out? Let's find out. Our final meal has arrived, and take a look at this seafood masterpiece. First, on this side, this is the Hokkaido pizza. Now, what I like about this pizza is that it has shrimp tails sticking out of it. It looks insane. Each piece has 2 bites of shrimp wrapped in dough. I'm gonna pick up this slice. This is awesome. We got Hokkaido cheese, potentially some scallops, and then that insane stuffed crust. Let's go for it. Cheesy. It's a moderately thin crust, but not crunchy or crackery. Is that seafood or not? That's what I can't figure out. I'm gonna eat one of these scallop looking things alone to see if it truly is a scallop. I have no idea. Hey Kanda, what are these you think?
It's the cheese candy.
Cheese candy? I was way off. It's not a scallop at all. I'm told it's cheese candy. It does taste slightly like cheese. It's not sweet. Moving on. Right here we have the crust. I'm gonna break this one in half, revealing only the shrimp. But I do want to pinch off the tail, because I don't want to eat a hard shell. Let's give it a shot. I like it. There is some toasty cheese on the outside. Like when you get a Subway sandwich and you choose the bread that has like the already baked cheese on top, it's like that. But what happens when you open this up? Ooh, there's one layer, almost like a croissant. This inner part is much more doughy, and then all that's revealed is a single shrimp inside. It's a good shrimp, I gotta say. It's genius. 100 IQ, not me, but whoever invented this. Moving on, we're gonna have another seafood experience right here, but something a little bit different. Now, inside, it is like somebody threw a grenade into the Marianas Trench. It is like every different type of seafood exploded and got put onto the pizza right here. First of all, crab legs. But is it from a real crab? No, it's from a cheap fish and then it's flavored like crab. It's my favorite kind of crab. My dad used to buy this with food stamps when I was a kid. EBT. Beyond that, we have little shrimpies here, we have calamari, and so much more. What I'm gonna do now is peel off one of these slices. I thought maybe I did a bad thing by ordering 2 different seafood pizzas. No, I did the exact right thing. Let's start in the front and work our way to the insane crust. We'll talk about that soon, but first it's time for a bite of the ocean. Wow, briny. That's a lot to handle in there. There might also be mussels in there too. I suspect there's other seafood that I cannot identify. Overall, the seafood intensity is turned up to 11 here. It's kind of a lot to handle. But if the seafood gets to be too much, you can always count on this right here. The crust. It should be horizontal, and they turned it vertical. This is a crust stuffed with bacon and cheese. I mean, take a look at that. Fluffy dough, cheesy cheese, bacony bacon. Sonny, do you do bad reviews on purpose? Hey, shh, let's try it out. I like what's happening inside of here. They can just serve that as a side food. It doesn't have to be connected to a pizza. Perhaps my favorite thing about it is it has nothing to do with seafood. The baked cheese on top, it gives you a nice bit of crunch. You're getting some fat from the bacon. Then there's that big glob of cheese, all surrounded by some nice dough. I've heard of people who become addicted to popping pills. I could easily become addicted to popping this. And it's almost pill-sized. This, visually, at first, off-putting. But the more I look at it, the more beautiful it appeared. Like when my wife met me. Eventually, she thought, handsome, because I have to stay with him the rest of my life.
Bangkok's fast food scene puts a unique spin on American classics. But what happens when we shift from seafood pizzas to full-on seafood feasts with some giant creatures from the deep? Next, I'm going all out on a $1,000 seafood challenge, seeing just how far luxury can go in a city known for its incredible seafood. Let's move.
This morning, we are starting our adventure at Thong Bui Market. This market is famous for having seafood and seafood restaurants side by side. So any seafood that you can see in front of you, you can get cooked immediately by somebody. Another note about today, we're gonna be having 3 levels of seafood experiences at 3 different price points. We're starting here, but then we're gonna be going to the Ministry of Crab, and finally we're gonna be finishing at a restaurant where we're gonna be having a Michelin star seafood experience. But while we're here, let's get to it. Hello, good sir. Hello. I should wear more protective footwear like this man right here. Ah, very versatile. Right here we got some blue crabs. They look delicious. They do not look expensive. My target today at this location is to spend about $200. That crab's not gonna get it done. Ooh, but maybe this. Oh, a sea snail with its heel right here protecting the entrance to its lair. What is inside? I want to unlock the secrets of the shell. But not today. Right here we have an array of mud crabs. Big, beautiful, juicy claws in front. But later we're gonna be going to the Ministry of Crab where we're gonna find a colossal sized crab. It's gonna be amazing. Beyond that, there are loads of bamboo lobsters. Oh, it's a big boy. Actually, the water kind of magnified it a little bit. It seemed bigger when it was in the water. That's why I do all my first dates in a pool. Right here we have something very special. This is a horseshoe crab. Now their underside is extremely creepy. It's waving around its little thing. It's got 10 legs with tiny little claws at the end. It looks very disturbing. It's got little eyes in the front here. It can never see underneath its shell. It doesn't really know what's going on down there. Like me when I weighed 300 pounds. No idea. Is this an expensive item? Let's find out. How much is this? It's interesting, but it doesn't cost that much money. I'm trying to spend $1,000 today on seafood. Maybe we'll circle back later. Boom! Over here we have some less lively seafood specimens. This is great for a Valentine's gift or perhaps an anniversary. Well, that's a whole ménage à trois plus 1. Right here we have something really special. I've never seen a mantis prawn this freaking big in my life. It looks just like a praying mantis out of the water. You can see its big buggy eyes, its arms, its claws. It's got extra arms. It's got all these little flippy flaps, a tail on the bottom. These things can punch you and they can hurt you. The mantis shrimp are some of the most expensive seafood you will find in this market. So we're definitely gonna get some mantis prawns and try them out. The Thai way. It's the Thai way or the highway. Plopping her on there. Ooh, it's 0.475 kilograms. It's a 1 pound prawn. I'm gonna get 4 of those, and that's a great start for the day. So right now we've got our first seafood course, the shrimp. I'm looking for one more thing. What has piqued my interest is these guys. This is the gooey duck. Excuse me, could I see your largest gooey duck? The seafood retriever has come to retrieve some seafood. He's gonna take a net to reach inside and pull out the absolute, I feel like it's not the biggest one. I think she's trying to give me the oldest one. Oh God, it's still active. This one's loaded. You gotta put the safety on. The trick is, before you weigh it, you gotta drain it of its life force. Come on, drain more. Trying to get more water out of there. Look at that shell. It outgrew it years and years ago. Meanwhile, it's got this whole appendage sticking out. It is not safe and secure at all, especially in my hands. I've got home video, bad ideas, and a half a bottle of Jack Daniels. Moving on. I'm curious to see how much this weighs. Now, it weighs 1.3 kilograms, $173. Very expensive, and actually much more expensive than I expected. Maybe I should get a medium-sized one. Wait, this is medium-sized? What the hell? She said this is medium-sized. I don't know about that. I would say this is... It's very big. All right, folks, now that we have our seafood selected, it's time to get it cooking Thai style. Step 1, wait for the oil to get hot. Step 2, bring the shrimp over here. He's cutting that into tiny little pieces. Wow. I'm a little heartbroken. I kind of bought these guys because they're gigantic, and now, look at them. There's nothing left to them. Meanwhile, I suspect our oil is ready. The time has come. He is putting the shrimp into the oil. Oh, yeah. Ooh, there's splattering, sputtering oil all over the place. Time has passed, the shrimp are finished. Now the shrimp go to the side, and he fires up the wok, baby. It's time to go to Flavor Town. We got chilies, garlic, and coriander hitting the wok, which has a nice slick of oil on top of it. Instantly, the smells, the aroma in here, it's so good. There's so many chilies. Next, he puts the shrimp inside. The chilies, they're killing me. 4 gigantic shrimp. He tosses them about. We have some soy sauce going on next. He hits it with a little bit of oyster sauce, sugar, salt, MSG, pepper, and that is all for now. Now he's back to flipping the prawn. He throws in some scallions next. From here, he's putting in garlic. And after a second of stirring it about, he says it's complete. And that dish is ready to go. Boom, our first course is right here. It is confusing. I want to say it's a masterpiece, but it's more like a masterpiece in the way that a Jackson Pollock painting is a masterpiece. Before we continue, a couple of corrections. First of all, not a mantis prawn, it's a mantis shrimp. Second, the price. I thought it was going to be much more expensive, but it turns out the live ones are much more expensive, and these are kind of medium priced. So the total price for everything you see here is this much. Right here. He's already plucked it apart. All you gotta do is break it open and grab some meat, baby. Today is gonna be an epic seafood adventure, and it all starts with this. Maybe I built it up a little too much. That bite was okay. I ordered chili salt, but there's a lot more than chili and salt. It is definitely spicy, but there's an F ton of garlic on here. The texture is a little bit mushy. It feels like it didn't cook all the way through. Oh God, what's that, brother? There's some yellow part and maybe a poop vein. The muscle kind of turns purple instead of the typical orange you would see on other shrimp. It's more mushy. I'm going for the midsection here. Rip it open. Yeah, it is imbued with those delicious high flavors, but the texture is not doing it for me. Part of it could be that it was already dead, and who knows how long it's been in that styrofoam container. So from here, we're gonna head to our second seafood, that giant gooey duck. We're gonna head into the kitchen now and see how it's cooked. What's your name?
Taiyang.
Taiyang?
Taiyang.
Taiyang? All right, guys, right here I'm with Taiyang. It is time for seafood round 2, the gooey duck. Whoa! I like that a little bit too much.
To start off, the chef brings it to a boil. Next, he peels off its outer skin.
Oh God, the outer layer, it's like a bris. Wow, most NBA players know that move, huh?
And now for some invasive surgery. He removes the shell, revealing a naked gooey duck. He separates its long neck and slices it into thin strips. Finally, only the edible parts are placed on the plate. Time for some flavor. Step 1, heat up some oil, then garlic, lots of it, Thai chili paste, and bell peppers. He hits it with a bit of water. From there, the sweet basil and spring onions. Finally, it's time for the gooey duck to join the mix.
Boom! The seafood easily slides into the wok.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He's counting, but nobody knows why.
Yeah, okay.
Well, he barely hits it in that hot wok, and already he's ready to take it out. And that is how you make gooey duck Thai style. Thank you. All right, folks, we have our second seafood course of the day, coming in at around $173. It looks like a grenade went off in the gooey duck's house. As I dig through here, there are pieces of like the base of the ball of the clam where all the organs are housed, and then there's, you know, the phallus. Let's go for it. Texture-wise, he nailed it. It's not slimy, it's something right in between. It's got a tiny little bit of a punch to it. On the flavor side, not as much pop as you will usually find in Thai food. It has a certain sweetness to it that I really enjoy. I thought the chili paste was gonna be vicious. It just has a nice smoky, almost flavor to it. One thing that's awesome about that chef is he went off menu for us. So it's a bit of a new recipe he was trying to throw together. I think it's an accidental success. Me like it.
So far, we've spent $230 on seafood, but this accidental recipe is nothing compared to what's coming up next. Later, I'll be heading to an ultra-exclusive restaurant to try a massive creature infused with a bold Michelin-level ingredient, coming in at over $300. But first, we're heading to the Ministry of Crab. Wait, what?
Is it ministry? Why does that sound weird? Next, we're going to the Church of Crab and Latter-day Saints. Let's move. We have come to our second location for our second seafood experience here at the Ministry of Crab. I've been to this restaurant before, but I went to the original one in Sri Lanka. In Sri Lanka, I got to enjoy the Ministry of Crab sitting across from the owner. It was an incredible experience. Here, they have that same great giant mud crab experience, but since we're in Thailand, they also have a Thai option of preparation. We're gonna go inside and see how they make it here and see what the difference is, but first, we have to meet our crab. Let's move. Right here, we have all the crabs laid out and lit up above the Ministry of of crab, and then the name for each size of crab. Now, it goes all the way from this a half kilo to a small, medium, large, XL, that would be me, to the killer crab, the jumbo, the colossal, the OMG, and finally, the biggest crab you could possibly find, the Crabzilla. Today, Harsha is going to be showing me 2 different types of seafood. We're going to build up to the crab, but they also have a Prawnzilla. Oh my God, this is gnarly.
This humongous freshwater prawn weighs over 1 pound. Compared to a normal prawn, it's like a shrimp hitting the gym for over a year straight. But even the prawn is nothing compared to this big boy right here, Crabzilla.
Ooh, oh my Lord. Take a look at that, my friends. Just 1 claw here would basically be a meal.
4.4 pound mud crab flew in straight from Sri Lanka, and it is big. The chef said males pack more meat, while females come loaded with roe.
This mud crab is so big you could actually even eat the meat from inside its legs. Plus, it's got a giant carapace, a huge head full of deliciousness. Meanwhile, it's all about this right here. This is the most sweet, succulent, delicious part of the crab. There is one thing we need to mention. How much is this crab?
$10,000.
$288. My God, very expensive, but it's gonna be worth it, right?
Yes.
We are in the kitchen. We have our whole crab. The crab is gonna steam for 15 minutes. While that's steaming, we're gonna get started on the garlic chili prawn. Let's do it.
First, we put extra virgin olive oil, some garlic.
The garlic is starting to sizzle. Right here, we have chili flakes. It gives it a little bit of a stir. The smells in here are amazing. This angle is not though. Next, we're going prawns. Ooh, look at these fatties. Just absolutely bathing in garlic and olive oil.
So now we put chicken stock.
After 3 minutes, he reveals the prawns. From here, he gives them a little bit of a flip and he puts the lid back on.
We're gonna season it with Kikkoman soy sauce.
And by now you can see all that chicken stock has actually cooked out completely. And what remains is velvety olive oil. Good, he gives it a little bit of a taste. Hold on, that's my food. The prawns are finished and it's time to plate them up. Ooh, God, it looks so huge.
Gonna sauce on garlic on top.
And that is how you make the garlic chili prawn at the Ministry of Crab. All right, folks, course 1 has begun. It is a mega-sized mutant prawn. But before we jump in, let me tell you about the price. This is $100 worth of shrimp in front of me. I mean prawns, they're slightly different. It is an extravagant price, but it is an extravagant food. And we're gonna start with this. This is some traditional Sri Lankan bread. You got this sauce down here. You just hit it with a little bit of the bread and throw it back. Oh, it's spicy, it's oily, and it's garlicky. All those organs that are inside the head have cooked out of the head and they've blended with that olive oil, creating this kind of deep seafoody flavor. The tail, it has shrunk down a little bit. And this is what I was talking about. This yellow stuff, that's what's giving us that seafood flavor in that olive oil. That is what I call a jumbo shrimp. Wow, that, my friends, is Prawnzilla, walking around Bangkok, destroying large buildings. On the thick end, it's a little softer, a little gooier. On the thin side of the tail, a lot more bounce and a lot more bite to it. It's excellent, and it's the perfect appetizer for what's coming up next, Crabzilla. After a nice steaming, it looks absolutely perfect.
So we're gonna make it Thai couple of crab. So we add some garlic and this Thai red chili. So this is the mixture of chicken stock, oyster sauce, and soy sauce.
Wow, what a combination. It's time to add the crab. Ooh, starting with that gigantic claw.
So now we put the Thai basil leaf.
Finally, we're gonna thicken this flavorful sauce with some cornstarch. You're gonna give me a little bit of a taste? Oh, that's nice. You can taste a ton of sweet crabbiness. Ooh, and spicy too. To plate it, he starts with a dollop of rice. He puts the carapace down first on the rice, holding it in place. And basically, he's reconstructing the crab, only upside down. And finally, he dumps that flavorful sauce on top. My gosh, what a masterpiece.
We put fried Thai basil. It's done.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Everything we've done in this restaurant has built up to this moment. The final crab, $288. Wow. Great instincts from the camera guy there. Part of the reason I believe it costs so much is because they fly it here from Sri Lanka, but not only are they flying it, they have to keep it alive. They put it in first class. They're probably giving it whiskey sour every 2 hours. That being said, we're gonna find out if it's worth the price. What I prefer to start with is a body bite. Cheers. Oh yeah, that is the best bite today by far. And what's interesting about it is, yes, this is a Sri Lankan restaurant, but it's in Thailand, and this is a more Thai recipe, especially with this fried Thai basil. Meanwhile, if you're patient enough, there is a lot more stuff inside of there. The inter-body pieces, this will take a high degree of time and patience. It peaks. So I'm getting garlic, I'm getting chilies, and I'm getting that natural sweetness from the crab at the same time. This crab's gonna need multiple hip replacements. Ooh. got a little shell in that one. Nice. But this mud crab is so big that it even has meat inside of the legs. Take out the tendon. Oh, yes, that's a whole quadricep right there. Nice. Meanwhile, this is what we're really truly after today. The star of the show, the giant claws. I'm gonna pull this apart and reveal, yes. This claw is so big, it has human teeth. Have you seen these? It's got molars. And then under here, this is the crab's natural habitat. Cheers. Oh yes, excellente. He also put a trifecta. He put in like oyster stock, chicken stock. It's like a sponge for all those Thai flavors he put in there. You can see the grain of the individual muscle fibers in here. I'm gonna stick my finger in there and just peel that meat out. Delicious, sweet crab meats. Hijacking a plane with people on it? I don't get it. Hijacking a plane full of mud crabs? Semi-justified. It's this right here. I love it. Perhaps we have peaked early today, but it's hard to say because I've spent a lot of money. That said, so far today we have spent this much money on seafood, but I plan to spend over $1,000. And to get me there, we are going to a fine dining seafood restaurant that is Michelin rated. Is it gonna top this? Let's head there now and find out. At last, we've come to our final destination right behind me, Sipon Seafood. This is a very unique concept and something you won't find a lot. It's not a normal restaurant. You have to book and they have only 3 rooms. So you have to plan ahead. You have to know how many people are coming, and it's always a private experience with 1 or maybe maximum 2 chefs in the kitchen making things happen. Today, we have 2 dishes we're looking forward to and 1 massive creature from the ocean that we're gonna go inside and discover soon. But first, we're gonna meet the chef who's gonna be cooking up all the food for us today. Right here, I'm with the owner's son. He is a chef, and his name is Tony.
I'm Tony, sir.
Nice to meet you. Please show me around. First, this room, which might have actual people in it. Oh, and the customers are still here. That's awkward.
This room like for
Hi, everybody.
12 persons.
Right now it's holding 4. So you're going to eat.
Yep.
All right, enjoy your meal. I'll be here.
Sure.
Okay, great. So it's really like a house.
This one, another room for 20 persons.
Inside this room, what makes it most notable, I guess, is that there's a giant ship where you eat, and inside the ship there are exotic sea creatures like a sea turtle. This is not where I'm eating. There's 1 more room. Okay, we're going back downstairs. So now on the way to the last room, we're actually walking through the kitchen. Right here, the smallest room, most cozy, meant for 6 people. This is where I'm gonna be dining today. So, you've seen the restaurant, now let's meet the food. Right now we're in the kitchen and we have 2 different types of seafood that we're gonna be trying today. First of all, a big pomfret. Can you tell me, where is this pomfret from?
This is silver pomfret from south of Thailand.
I thought you were gonna say from the local aquarium.
Nah,
from the zoo. Then we have another guy. This massive beast, where is this one from?
From Australia.
Australia has lobsters like this?
Of course, sir.
An 8-pound lobster that he's gonna be cooking up in a Thai style. Let's get to it. So we got our guy right here, the giant lobster, and he is heading over to meet the Punisher. This is the Punisher. Oh wow, he's getting shivved as I speak. Did that lobster owe you money? He starts by removing the tail. Oh, the lobster trying to get a little last-minute revenge. Right here, you can see the tail split in half, and that is a lot of meat, my friends.
While the Punisher does his thing, the chef turns to the silver pomfret. First, he places the fish, scored on both sides, into the steamer. After 30 minutes, the juicy fish is perfectly cooked and ready to plate. Now for the flavor. I've been told this is the chef's secret sauce, boiled for 10 hours. He separates the sauce from its ingredients, heats it in a pot, and places a strainer on top. That's the weirdest lid I've ever seen. Next, the vegetables. Hit the wok with a bit of oil, then toss in everything at once. Spring onions, julienne ginger, chili peppers, and ginkgo seeds. Add a bit of Chinese liquor, a quick flip, and it's ready. Sauce first, then the veggies. Finally, he garnishes it with Thai celery, and this masterpiece is ready to be escorted to the table.
In a moment, I'm gonna be eating a giant 8-pound lobster, but first, a giant silver pomfret that weighs 6 pounds. I'm told that the more common pomfret in Thailand is the black pomfret. This is the silver pomfret. This is a more rare fish. This one here is coming in at $227. I think we might go over $1,000. I wanna peel back some of this vegetation to reveal that beautiful fish. Oh yeah. That is a massive chunk of pomfret meat. So I wanna hit it with a little bit of the sauce, a little bit of ginger. Let's go for it. Slightly flaky, the skin very fatty, super delicious. So actually the silver pomfret is prized for being one of the few non-fishy fish. And I can tell you something, when I eat it, not fishy, but a little mushy, kind of sticky on the teeth. That said, the flavors all around it, outstanding. And then you've got this sauce. What's even in it? Oh That's absolutely delicious. Savory, sweet, mysterious. Don't ask me what's in it. The chef won't tell anybody. I just don't know, actually. So the pomfret is expensive, but the lobster, it's gonna be the most expensive thing we'll try all day. Now that whole lobster has been reduced to little bitty chunks, and then we're gonna sniff this. No. Oh, he says no. No way. I'm gonna get him fired from his own job, and his dad owns the place. So he puts some cornstarch into the body of the lobster. At last, he starts by putting the head in the oil. He is spooning the hot oil over the lobster head. He gives it a little bit of a flip, and already the color has changed dramatically. It is time for the lobster head to come out and drip dry. Now he's taking the claw, he's putting some more cornstarch around it. That's gonna make it nice and crunchy, like a battered fish and chips. Next, the small claw slides in, and the big boy. At last, the claws come out, and finally, we're getting to the tail. Give it a little bit of a coat of cornstarch, and toss it in. He's watching it like a hawk. After just about a minute, he takes the tail out, and it looks like that. Meanwhile, we're building a plate over here. We've got a head, and we've got two claws situated next to each other, and here the tail joins the party. Now the knuckles or the forearms join the platter, and the last piece makes the platter complete. This is a giant fried lobster, but it needs a little bit of
yellow curry.
The chef starts off with this pre-made yellow curry sauce, a rich creamy blend of milk, yellow curry powder, soy sauce, oyster sauce, sugar, and butter.
He puts the yellow curry sauce into a blazing hot wok. He puts in a little bit of milk. The aroma in here is amazing. It is sweet, it's sugary. I love it. Finally, the yellow curry going atop the entire gigantic 8-pound lobster.
I have to put whipped cream.
What is happening? He's literally putting whipped cream on top. What?
Yes.
And then now you're putting
Thai sorry.
Wow. I feel like I'm in a fever dream. That's amazing. I can't wait to try this out. Everything we've done today has built up to this moment. Me, alone in a room with this lobster. A private room. The lobster?
You can't go anywhere, buddy.
I've never seen anything like this when eating curry. It smells like caramel popcorn, which is a wild flavor profile to have with a giant lobster, but it's quite fitting for this giant dollop of whipped cream, which has gone a little bit flat.
Yes.
The obvious place to start with this would be here. A fried lobster tail, and it's been coated with some of that curry. This is so strange. I'm gonna pull it off the fork and handle this by hand. Let's go for it.
People might think that I'm always in the background giving you tissues for other things.
Mainly just in my hotel room. Can I say something? I don't hate that. It's a strange combination, but it tastes amazing. It's salty. You're getting the natural sweetness from the lobster. Euphoria, really. This is a Roselle Supreme confectionery topping. I thought this is the first time he ever made this, and then next year, he's definitely off the Michelin whatever. But it turns out, he's made this before. The only thing left to do is to have Calvin try it. Lobster, yellow curry sauce, a little bit of professional whipped cream. Oh, there you go, Calvin. God. That's a big bite. That was too big of a bite. You need it. Trust me, you need it.
Huh?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Calvin, what do you think?
It's not so much of a sauce, more like a glaze. Whipped topping is not natural. There's no dairy in there. That is all preservatives and lecithin. But the sweetness from the whipped cream and that super umami punch sauce, I don't hate it. I want to hate it. Sonny, is this a new flavor profile that we've never had before?
Yeah. It's a brand new flavor profile. The lobster, it weighs 8 pounds. The price, $346. By far the most expensive thing we have tried today. It's hard to say, is it worth it? I mean, this is a once-in-a-lifetime culinary experience and something I will remember forever. This morning, as I lamented the fact that my child was born without teeth, I also set a goal for myself. A day to eat over $1,000 of whatever I want from the ocean here in Thailand. And I have done that. Time to add up the price and face the consequences. Thank you. I will do that. Boom! Today I started out with the mission of spending over $1,000 on seafood here in Bangkok. And I tried to do that at 3 different locations. We started at the local market, a very humble origin story, where I had 2 different types of seafood that added up to this amount of money. Cha-ching, it's on the screen probably. And then we went to the Ministry of Crab. Wow, 2 different dishes. All of that together, this much, cha-ching, it's on the screen. And then we went to one final location. It's like some guy's house. We got 2 dishes there and they cost this much, cha-ching. Did we indeed spend over $1,000 on seafood? The answer is yes, my friend. We spent $1,191.
After splurging on Bangkok's best seafood, I want to know what kind of quality food you can get here for super cheap. So next I'm heading to a buffet that costs only $1.41. Then I'll compare that to a buffet that costs $83. Let's move.
Right here is Auntie Roy Buffet. This is the most inexpensive buffet I've seen anywhere, and so I was wondering how they do it. Before I saw the food, I thought they must have no meat, it must all be just tofu and plants, but no. They have over a dozen dishes here, a lot of different food, but a lot of meat too. It is 10:27 right now. This place is getting busy behind me very quickly. Mostly you're gonna see a lot of drivers coming here. People who drive taxis, people who ride for Grab. It's an easy place to pull off the road, grab a big plate of food. People are not shy about the amount of food they're grabbing. It actually used to cost only 35 baht. Now it's 50 baht, which is still ridiculously cheap. So right here, you can grab your own plate, spoon, fork, and they have a couple of rice options off the bat, a white rice, and then this looks tremendous. They've got a delicious looking veggie fried rice. I'm gonna take a decent sized scoop. Oh, ho, ho, ho. She's adding some chilies right now to the fish sauce. That looks very spicy. Right here is the main section. They have 12 different trays full of different food options. This looks like a minced stir-fried fish with tons and tons of seasonings. I would tell you the local name, but I'm just gonna say it wrong anyways. Here we have some bamboo shoots. Oh my gosh, there's chilies on everything. It is not just bamboo shoots. It looks like they have some small mussels. Unlike me, I have big mussels. That's what my wife tells me. Here we have liver and intestines with green beans. These are all from the chicken. Oh, is that an eyeball? Very nice. The last thing I want to show you, she is frying something here, dumping it into this sieve. So people are eating it, it's running out right here. They cook more, and this goes on until 3 p.m. We have our food, we have round one. Let's go find a table. Boom, round one right here. I am looking forward to this fried rice because it looks fantastic. Oh, super delicious. They put very thin strips of the kaffir lime leaf in there. So it has a little bit of that fresh, limey, citrusy flavor. Oh, how about this? When I saw this fish, I thought it was pork. Oh, my. Oh. I'm in Mark's city doing Mark's moves. Oh. It's very nice. There's turmeric and a lot of chilies. It's super spicy. I'm regretting right now that I don't have anything to drink. Oh, I gotta drink some of this soup. Thailand is so brutal. I tried to cool down the spice with more spice. This is almost like a greasy broth. You can see the eye still. I'm gonna peel the skin right off of the head. I didn't know what to expect, but this is a very nice soup. Also very sour, like many soups in Thailand. Very delicious. All the flavors of everything I've had, very different from each other. Unlike going to Taco Bell. You go to Taco Bell, same flavor, different shapes and textures. Thank you, I got a new plate, but you're not supposed to do that. They just use the same plate here. This is a bean sprout salad with some mushrooms, carrots, cut up beans. We get a little bit of that. This is what I'm really looking forward to right here. These are glass noodles. Looks like they're stir fried with tons of veggies inside. They look super delicious. Here they have some deep fried fish. This is what we saw being fried up earlier. I can even feel it from the spoon, how crispy it is. And it looks like some basil fried up too. And right here, this is a curry with pumpkin and chicken. That looks awesome. That should probably go with rice, but instead I'm just gonna get it all over my other food. Round two, and already after this, I will have tried over half of the foods here. First off, we have the bean sprout salad. I like it. Very simple, wet and earthy, like bean sprouts, but a very welcome crunch and even more welcome fiber. This is those fried fish. So they look like little mini sardines, little bait fish. This is usually what I would use for fishing, but that doesn't mean you can't fry it up and have it be delicious. I don't know. It tastes like a French fry, but way more calcium and protein. These are so addictive. And then this, oh my gosh. Fried basil. Why is this not a thing in more places around the world? It's one of my favorite things in Thailand. The flavor pops, the leaf dissolves in your mouth. Very good. Next food right here, we have the pumpkin and chicken. Pumpkin's looking very nice and pumpkin-y. Throw it back with some chicken. Chewing cautiously in case of bones, because we are in Southeast Asia. You never know when they just hacked up a bird with a friggin' axe. That piece was mostly bone-free. This is delicious. Sweet coconut curry, starchy pumpkins, and nice big chunks of chicken. This is what a buffet looks like for $1.41 here in Bangkok. It's really an incredible value. The food is fresh, it's interesting, it's creative, it's diverse, and you still get some protein. It's not some, hey, it's $1, but it's vegan food. It's a head of lettuce. I'm very impressed, but we are not finished. We're heading to another buffet, a buffet that is about 60 times more expensive. But are they gonna have 60 times the options, 60 times the fun, the flavor? Next, we are headed to the Marriott. One buffet down, one to go. Right behind me, the Marriott. But not just any Marriott, this is the Marriott Marquis in Bangkok. Is it Marquis or Marquis? that French? Spanish? What's marquee? This Marriott has one of the most expensive buffets you're gonna find anywhere in Thailand or Southeast Asia, period. Over $83. There are hundreds of foods to choose from, so you cannot eat everything. You really have to prioritize and pick your favorites so you don't miss out. That is not unlimited, all you can eat for all day. That is all you can eat for 2.5 hours. I mean, it seems like it should be enough. But I mean, if you're like me, I'm like a grazing animal. I want to eat from morning to night if I can. Sneak into the bathroom, watch an episode of Seinfeld, come back, continue eating, but no. Welcome inside. I am gonna say this is one of the most extravagant, beautiful, glorious, gigantic buffets I've ever seen in my life. Right off the bat, I got meat right here. Hello, sir. Can I have some pork belly, please? And lamb rack? And, oh God, prime rib or beef rump and prime rib, please. This is a high pressure situation. He's already got the pork belly on here. There we go. Oh my gosh, look at all this meat. And beef rump. I just got it all. I can't help it. Right here, you have all the sides. Pepper sauce, lamb jus, mushroom sauce, any kind of flavor combinations you want with your meat. I'm gonna grab some of this and head to the table. All right, we have our first course right here. I'm always starting with the meat because that is how you get your money's worth. I love the selection of meats they have here. This is a fat, crunchy piece of pork belly with some sweet soy sauce. So juicy, crunchy, incredible texture on there. Here, this is the lamb chop, super soft, tender, moist, still warm from the grill. Oh. Good Lord. One of the best pieces of meat I've had at any buffet ever. That beautiful, natural, lammy flavor just brought out without a ton of spices. It's just some simple salt. I'm not sure what else they put on there, but maybe almost nothing. This is some beef prime rump. I think it was just called. Wait, is that a real cut? I'm getting a little soy sauce mixed with some mushroom. A little east meets west here. Mushroom with a little bit of sweet soy sauce, that actually works somehow. The prime rump or prime rib? Oh, it's prime rib and beef rump. Even more than prime rib or beef rump. Most guys are looking for some prime rump, but you're not gonna find that at this buffet. One more bite, some soy sauce, some mushroom sauce. Oh, very nice. I am gonna eat as much as I can in the next 2 hours. That's all I have is 2 hours. That was round one. Right now I am in search of round two, and there are so many options right here. You can get a shabu shabu. You're gonna be able to cook all this meat in these broths. They also have a ton of mushrooms to choose from as well. Then this is the hot and sour soup with seafood. I'm pretty sure that's just tom yum, but they put it in English so we know what the heck it is. Right here you can see a giant line of people. This is how you know this is where I gotta be right now. This is the grilled seafood, and they have some giant prawns. This is where you can start making back some ground on all that money you spent, but you're also gonna waste a lot of time. Hello, could I have 4, please? They have an assembly line. It starts down there with the raw shrimp, and as it cooks, it moves down, and then he toasts it right at the end. Boom, we got a fresh batch right here. I've got my shrimp now. It's not enough for a whole round. I'm gonna show you some of the other sections they have. Right behind me is the dim sum. Now what they do is they have these cute small plates, but if you're smart, oops, what's this, a giant plate? Yes. Here we have some hakao, then some shumai. Shumai's looking a little busted. Let's try it. And this, I don't even know how this works. Do you just, what? Oh my gosh, okay, I asked some people who know what the hell is going on. Thanks guys. That is some beautiful fish fillet. This is the famous Iberico ham. Looks like a bear took a bite out of that leg. This whole leg costs hundreds of dollars at least. Round two, I gotta say, the only thing that sucks is that this took 17 minutes just to acquire. We are starting with these shrimp. These are river prawns, and in Thailand, they get huge. Get some of that head butter. I'm gonna dip it in this sauce. It might be better than lobster. This is very tender. It's got that fatty orange part here. This is a part that's gonna get thrown away almost anywhere you go in the USA. That here is what folks love, and it adds just a really deep, rich, smoky flavor. The sauce is so delicious. It's spicy, it's light, it's aromatic, it's citrusy. It is a perfect combination for really any type of seafood. Right here is the Iberico ham made from that whole freaking leg of a little porky pork. It doesn't have a flavor where you go, oh, that's why that's expensive. It's very satisfying. I love it, but I also love pepperoni from Quick Trip. Probably just as much. I'm letting my white trash side come out a little bit. At the dim sum station, I found this guy right here. It's probably a steamed sea bass. Oh, that's delicious. The fish is very tender. It's sweet, salty, has some mushroom flavor and onion flavor, and that is the perfect one-biter. The hot gao is looking pretty good. I'm gonna put that in the chili oil. Acceptable. Okay, let's try the shumai. They say whoever folds the shumai, they don't even let you touch this stuff until you've been watching the chef do it for years on end. This guy took a weekend course, perhaps. It's not the best looking dim sum I've ever seen. Yeah, it's okay. So it tastes like one level above gas station dim sum. To be fair, 7-Eleven has some very good dim sum in Thailand. It's hard to nail everything. When you have this many foods, you gotta specialize in a handful of things. They just ran out of foie gras, so the gentleman back here is cooking up a load of it. Good thing I have my spy camera. Enhance, 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 enhance. Wait, that's not looking enhanced at all. That looks like shit. He hits it with a glaze, and that is ready to go. I should do this, but these people right here, I just saw them get a burger. Why would you get a burger? There's every food here. I think it's a chicken burger, which is the worst kind of burger. This is like a snack between rounds. This is the foie gras. So juicy. You can look inside. It's very, very soft, fatty, buttery, tender, all those nice words. Fatty, jiggly, sweet. That's what it says on my Tinder profile. That's what it used to say. Sorry, wife. Now that we've had about 3 different rounds of food, let's take a look at some of the stations we have missed so far. There's no way I'm going to be able to eat everything, so let's see what could have been. Welcome to the white asparagus station. Here, they've got white asparagus. Here, I would call this miscellaneous meats. They've got meatballs, baked chicken, they've got stuffed confit, a little bit of everything. You saw this already. This is the dim sum, and this whole area is Chinese related. We've had stir-fried fish maw. That is the air bladder of the fish. You can see it right here. Then they also have some Peking duck. Island oysters. I didn't know they had oysters over there. Good for you guys. The oyster bar with oysters from Thailand, from France, all over the place. The only problem is I'm 50-50 on oysters. I'm not gonna eat any oysters today. I'm good with the foie gras. Can I order 8 of these? I wasn't gonna do it, but they have all these different oysters. I've tried all the Vietnamese oysters. I'm gonna try the Thai one now and see what I think. There's noodle soup with Wagyu beef slices and a beef stew. This one? Yes, please. I get to pick my noodle. So they put everything in the basket right here, which is beautiful. Let that boil up. She's giving me a couple different meatballs. Gonna blanch up some of this beef. And then this is a bunch of stewed beef and tendon. It looks amazing. Here is the broth. Right here we have round number 4. This is what's so fun about doing these buffets. When else would you have a Chinese soup and a Thai oyster? When else would you have a Chinese soup and a Thai oyster together at the same time in the same meal? Of all the fancy things I've had today, that is one of the best bites. Super braised beef that's just been boiling and boiling for hours. This is that nice tendon. Now, in my recent video, I was in Singapore's Chinatown complex and I had a whole plate full of tendons and I kept saying that they have so much fat. And then you guys let me know that actually this, no fat, it's basically all protein. I'm getting swole for summer. Let's go. This bowl is delicious from head to toe. Oh, I love it so much. And then you've got this. I'm gonna slap out some of this seafood sauce, a little bit of chili sauce, a little bit of fried shallots, and the woman filming me right now is Thai, and she was just like, nailed it. I'm not an oyster boy. That is pretty undeniable. Very nice seafood flavor. Balance out with some of the seafood sauce, the chili sauce, and then a little bit of texture with the fried shallots. That's art. Behind me, you can see the dessert section. They have over 50 desserts alone. If you just focused on dessert, you could not even try half of them. 1 mango sticky rice, please. Check it out, guys. Mango is already on the plate. Here's the sticky rice. And then this is what ties it all together. A sweet coconut cream. It is like frosting from the jungle. We have our final round. This is my favorite dessert in all of Southeast Asia. Coconut cream, rice, mango, and these nuts. Oh, it's very nice. First of all, the coconut cream, it's like the convergence of coconut milk and evaporated milk together. And then mango. This is why I love Southeast Asia. Fresh, ripe, super sweet, and melt in your mouth delicious. How many times have you gotten mango in the Midwest and it tastes like gasoline for some reason? Well, this one does not. This one tastes like diesel. For 80 bucks, you could probably come close to getting your money back, but then you just had to be eating foie gras the whole time. I say when you're here, try a little bit of everything and take your time.
Buffets are amazing, but sometimes the real magic happens on the streets after the sun goes down and the food stalls pop up. Next, I'm hitting a Thai street food market, hunting down Bangkok's most extreme meats. Let's move.
We've come to our first destination right here. They are serving a dish called Leng Zap. Leng Zap. 57 Thai people just cringed all across the world right now. Basically, it's bones with a little bit of meat still hanging on there. It's famous here because it is very tall. First of all, there is no small size. You can get a medium, a large, an XL, or like me, XXL. That costs nearly 700 baht, which is about $20. I'm gonna order it and see what I get. Can I pick this up?
Inside.
Oh my God. XXL. One XXL length up, please. He's taking the platter away and then they're gonna start piling it up. Oh, that's a big piece of bone. Just like building a campfire, add more wood, lean them against each other, create room for oxygen. I'm just worried about how they're gonna get this to the table, and if they drop it, do you get your money back? So far, it's looking a little rickety. I think they need maybe some wire, some nails, some screws. He's decided that is enough, but that doesn't mean it's gonna stay up. Let's see what happens. Oh, very beautiful. It is not finished yet. They have the sauce that goes on top of the whole thing with tons of green chilies. Take a look at that. We've got the final product right here. They're gonna carry it to the table and hopefully it gets there in one piece. Very impressive. At any moment, this could go tumbling down, but so far, he's keeping his composure under pressure and it is still in one piece. Well done. And would you take a look at this right here? A portion for one. Actually, I'm told this could feed up to 7 people. You're absolutely gonna need gloves for this because of all these chilies. If you eat this with your bare hands and then go to the bathroom, it's over. No more children. Right here we have the broth. You can see there are tons of chilies in there, coriander, fish sauce, and lime juice. I'm gonna give a little taste of that. Oh, wow. Savory, super sour, super spicy. 3 distinct flavors, all very strong, pulling in different directions. When you have a meat pile, where do you start? Because I don't want it to cascade, fall over, and hit a 5-year-old and kill them. There are no 5-year-olds. Okay, I'm taking this piece first. It's bones, and then it's just all the tiny little meat stuck in between. That's a nice piece right there. Give it a little bit of a bath. There's a wild texture. The genius here is that they took an incredibly cheap cut of meat, something that most people would probably throw away or feed to their dog, and they found a way to make it absolutely delicious. They've braised it for hours. They made the meat and even the tendons soft and tender. And then the best part, truly, is this sauce here. It is just so powerful. You can always up the spice by throwing in more chilies. I bet I could eat more chilies than Mark Wiens. Watch this. Editor, cut this part out. Super easy. Whew, for most people, that would be spicy. Oh God, you can see it right here. This pig had scoliosis. I got a scoliosis test in middle school and they said, take your shirt off. And I was like, I'm not that confident, even though it's just me and you. And they said, take it off anyways. And they said, your spine is good enough. But this pig has an excellent spine. We are heading to our next location, and you can see the last location actually was somewhat spicy. This is what I'm focused on right now. Squid Dump Sashimi. That is the name of the place. In this tank beneath me, there are dozens of squids. Squids that are pretty big. They're about that long. They look very interesting. How do you eat them? The woman who runs this place is gonna show exactly how this works. Are you the owner here?
Yeah.
So you have all these squids here, but I'm wondering, how do I eat this? Maybe you can show me.
Okay, this one is spicy sauce from Thailand. I will put a squid here, and squid will eat this sauce, and then I will bite it.
Oh wait, did you say the squid is gonna eat the sauce and you're gonna eat the squid?
Yep.
Can you show me and then I'll do it after you?
Okay.
This is wild. So she's digging out the squid right now. So the squid goes right into the shot glass. She pushes it down. Now it's enjoying it. It's eating. Yeah. Now she'll eat it. Oh wow, kill shot. Is that ink?
Yeah.
How is it?
Fresh.
Fresh. How many of these do you eat a day?
Many.
Yeah. You think it's a healthy part of your diet? I think it might be dead now. Wrap it up. Oh, we can see even your tongue has ink all over it. Oh, one shot. I'm gonna do the same thing. Very impressive. My turn. She's got the squid right here. Oh my God, it just squirted. It is like trying to swim away even though it's in the sauce. Giving it a good dip in the sauce. Oh, I'm sorry, guy. It probably burns the eyes a little bit. Don't make eye contact. It actually tastes delicious. Squid, instant death. I know some people are gonna say this is cruel, but how would you kill a squid faster than literally biting its head off? Lethal injection, electric chair? I can't think of any way. The ink is dripping out now, and I'm gonna mix the ink with the sauce. And now the sauce has gone from being green to being black. Final bite of the squiddo. Slightly strange because it's squirming the whole time, trying to swim away from you in the air. But the taste is outstanding. Like fresh sashimi, there's that really spicy, aromatic, limey, herby seafood sauce. So that sauce really overpowers any kind of seafoodiness you'd get from the squid. The squid tasted really clean. I gotta say, a little terrifying, but overall, quite delicious. All these squids have turned white. They look like they've seen a ghost, and that ghost is Sunnyside. Our next location, these are jumping shrimp. And what makes them jump? Well, when you pour lime juice all over their live bodies. This is the manager and the shrimp. It's gonna be very fresh, I can tell you that. That is just the base ingredient. There's a lot more that's gonna go inside. So the process has begun. First, she starts by putting in some greens, some herbs, and then some shallots, lemongrass, green onions, MSG, salt, and chili powder. Oh, wow. I don't even wanna ask what that is. And this would be the lime juice right here, and then some fish sauce. Wow, there's a lot of ingredients in here. We have our flavor, but we need the protein. All of them put inside, it's closed immediately, and then we're gonna shake that up. She tapes it closed so they can't make a jailbreak. Okay, Kopum Kop. Right here we have our food. Give it a little bit of a mix. Boosh. Shrimp by shrimp, they're doing their best to jump out of here. You gotta be careful. I mean, the best revenge for them right now, since they're coated in chili powder, would be to jump into my eye. Let's just go for it. That is a lot of flavor. Tons of lime juice. It's very spicy, but then you get the shrimp themselves. They're super fresh, slightly briny, but the weirdest part is the texture, because they're crunchy, but sometimes they're kind of spiky too when they're hitting into your gums. Try another bite. This is a fascinating food. The flavors are outstanding. They know how to use seasoning. A little sour, a little hot, super savory, or actually more salty in this case. Oh, thank you. Look, big fans here. My man, where are you from? Vietnam. Oh, xin chào. He's trying it out. He said it's very delicious. He's on a FaceTime call too. You let her know it's yummy. Wait, well, how come you came on vacation by yourself? I'm gonna do that next time. I'm gonna leave my wife at home and have her call in. How's the vacation going, babe? It's going great. How's our bedroom? Our next location, our next food, it is definitely not alive. How you doing? Swati Kop? Could I please have 8 of these right here? Here we go, 8 of them. It's going over to the grill. He is placing them on the grill. They look orange. You might guess that they look a bit shrimpy. In fact, they do look shrimpy because it is the shrimp head. What about the rest of the body? I don't know. I love that they're using every part of the animal, and I like that they appreciate it so much that they could actually sell it alone. He's warming it up right now. We're gonna try it soon. All right, we have 5 shrimp heads right here. I don't mind eating the head if it's like a tiny shrimp, but this is another level. This is very interesting. I want to go no sauce to begin with. Here we go. Get beer when you have this. At least a water, at least something besides nothing. The taste pretty good. It's like that fatty shrimp head flavor, a little smoky, very rich. And then the texture, I'm growing to like the texture. Very crunchy. It reminds me a lot of eating a grasshopper or a cricket. This is how it's actually supposed to be in the sauce. Oh, look at those little eyeballs. It's never gonna forgive me. Now let's try that out. Oh my God, this sauce was meant for this food. First of all, it's more lubricated. It's not like chopping up my throat as I swallow it. It's just a beautiful light citrus, some herbs, some chilies, a very refreshing sauce to go with. This is an unexpected delight. I get why people like this. Also, I need a big, tall beer to help wash it down. I'm gonna find one right now. We've reached our final location for the evening because after this, I cannot take any more. Okay, hi. Have you ever seen a shrimp like this? It is like old school bodybuilder shrimp. It is freaking huge, and I'm not gonna eat it because it is not the biggest thing that they have here. Right here, they have spiny lobsters. Beautiful shells. They're glorious, they're beautiful, they're speckled, they're colorful. Now that has to be maybe 4 pounds of spiny lobster. What I'm gonna do now is weigh this and see how much it costs. I'm very scared what this is gonna do to my credit score. My lady, how much is this?
3,500.
3,500, which would be about $100. Well, we got it down to 3,000 baht. 3,000 baht's like $90. Hey, that's not bad. It is not exactly alive, but it was recently alive, in the last week for sure. We are headed to the kitchen right now, and this is the last time I'm gonna see this lobster. Oh no, I'm gonna miss you. How long does that take? 20 minutes is pretty good. Oh, good Thailand. Our last meal, this is a spiny lobster. It's a big boy or a girl. The tail is split open. I think they cooked it all the way through. They didn't overcook it though. They gave me this plastic fork. Can it withstand the strength of the lobster? Yes! Look at that bite. Oh my gosh, it smells like wonderfully grilled lobster. They've got a similar type of seafood sauce. I mean, this sauce is ubiquitous here. Give that a little bit of a big dip, slather it up, and we're gonna try that out. Oh yeah. It is so meaty. It's almost borderline tough and sinewy. You gotta take maybe smaller bites and take your time with it. It is so very satisfying. The seafood sauce is a big winner. In the sauce for seafood, you want something that's gonna enhance it and not take it over. When I had chili crab in Singapore, it was good and everything, but it replaced that delicious sweet crab flavor with spicy ketchup. But this is complementing it. Moving on, a trap door, a secret passageway inside to the head area. And it all looks very, very juicy. You're gonna have a big old yellow lump of head butter. Look at all that. Too heavy, too rich, smells a little bit like burnt tires. You have to mix it with the sauce, in my opinion, because that is gonna create a pure balance. That is the yin to the yang. Let's go. I can say the closed body and the open tail do not cook at the same rate as each other. This is a little bit underdone in my opinion. A little too soft, a little too briny. Could use a little bit more heat compared to the tail, which is perfectly done. If you like lobster, but you've never tried a spiny lobster, this is absolutely worth having a try. This one is not a strange or exotic Asian meat. But in the end, it's about being in Thailand and breathing in what it's like to eat like a local. This is Sunny with Fox News.
After indulging on extreme meats, I want to take on street food with an extreme budget in Bangkok's Chinatown. Seeing if I can consume enough street food in one day to hit $100. Let's give it a shot.
We've come to our first location right here where they're serving something called pang pang. Have you ever been in Bangkok and someone offered to take you to a pang pang show? I'm pretty sure this is what they meant. Anyways, pang pang is a delicious dessert, and what's amazing about it is it uses this bread. It looks very mediocre, cheap, nothing special. Like, how could this be part of a great dessert? We've got the bread right here. It looks like there's already some butter inside. She just simply puts it over fire. They're gonna stuff that bread with a number of fillings. Right here, you can stuff it with chili, but then you can also stuff it with a green custard pandan. Once the bread has been toasted, it's gonna be thrown inside of a paper bag, but not before being loaded up with custard. This is the pandan custard right here, and then this should be the chili filling. It looks like chili oil. Boom, and that one is also ready to go. Oh, not recommended. Really salty. It tastes like something that you would find in a hot pot rather than in a bun. It tastes just like gochujang, a Korean chili paste. Not my favorite. Texture is nice though. Wait, is there a foreigner in the shot? People are gonna think that there's like other people here who come here on planes, they fly here, they do tours. I don't want people to think that. This is my Asian fantasy, okay? Oh God, there's some more coming. They're everywhere. Wait. This one right here, pandan custard. Super yummy. It is like the Chinese or Thai equivalent of a jelly-filled donut back home. This is like picnic bread, but when they toast it just right, and then they put the pandan in there, I mean, it is creamy, it's sweet, and there's a lot of pandan flavor. It's a very unique flavor that is hard to explain. It's like a little grassy, herby. It tastes like a botanical garden. A very slow start for the day. We got to get going. Our next restaurant here, this is a noodle soup, something a little bit more substantial. This is a Michelin-rated restaurant. 2019, 2020, 2021 somehow, even though everybody was at home with the pandemic. They were still out here slanging noodles, I guess. So here it starts, we have the rolled noodles. We've got pork belly, we've got pork liver, and other internal organs. Look at all these organs, just bins and bins of different organs. Just like a serial killer's house. I ordered an egg extra, and now that famous pepper broth going inside. That looks delectable, and it smells even better. Oh, delicious. It tastes like a very deep bone broth, very peppery. On the side, in case that's not enough for you, there's like chili powder, what is it, sugar or MSG or salt or meth? It's one of those four. Probably meth. That's why everyone's so thin here. That is a good bite. Rolled noodles, pork belly, broth. End of story. The skin keeps its texture remarkably, very crunchy. The meat still has a nice bite to it. I'm trying to figure out these noodles because they're pretty soft, especially compared to a crunchy pork skin. They soak up a lot of broth, but still very satisfying. And it's a cool shape. Right here, we got some organs, pancreas, the endoplasmic reticulum. There's some cartilage, but it's so soft. Cut that egg in half and get the ultimate bite going. Oh, some meat, noodle, and egg. Delicious. The only problem is this is so affordable. It is roughly $3. I'm gonna have to change the game up. I love all the meaty bits they put in here. It's all the greatest hits from that pig. Things are heating up as the day progresses. Here, a very famous raw seafood stall right on the sidewalk, and they have so many different options to choose from chilied raw mussels over here. Then over here we have the mantis shrimp. Those are the shrimp that will punch a hole through your finger. This is the owner over here. Hello, Sawadee-ka. Very sweet lady. We were here about 4 years ago and she still remembers me. I wonder why. What did she say?
You're a handsome guy.
Hey! Okay, can I have 2 of these black crabs, 2 blue crabs? 1,080 baht, that's already $30? What's going on? These are those beautiful raw shrimpies. She puts her signature sauce on top. Those are the chili mussels. They look super spicy. We have 3 courses of seafood right here on the sidewalk. This is the shrimp. It is pickled. They put garlic on top, chilies. I love that flavor. It's almost a little bit fatty inside. It's a very different texture eating it raw, especially big plump ones like this. It's veiny, it's girthy. Seafood number 2, these are the mussels. I think it's red because of chili powder and chilies themselves. I'm told you're supposed to mix it with ginger and lemongrass, so that's what I'm doing here. Ooh, that is a unique smell and flavor. That is so sour. It's fascinating. It's almost like the ginger and lemongrass are there to counteract the sourness. There's too much to bear. Briny, salty, super strong flavors. And the surprising part, not spicy at all. I don't even know how the chilies are in there. Maybe just to look cool and red. Course number 3, 2 types of crab. I was told don't eat it with just the fish sauce that's inside of there. Add the seafood sauce, which is what I got right here. Oh gosh, there's so many spices. It's gonna murder me. Spicy. The orange part, you might have figured it out already, that is the crab roe. You're supposed to have a wide variety of colors in your diets. Maybe bright orange is one of them. The slime factor is on fleek. Are people saying that still? They aren't. No, they're not. Okay. The eggs are just briny and weird. That's the only way I can categorize it. The flavors are outstanding because the Thai seafood sauce is one of the best sauces in the world. Citrusy, spicy, a little bit sour. Here, all you can really do with all these body parts is suck on it and squeeze out the meat. And look at that little claw muscle. It's goopy. Whatever I'm sucking out seems to be working pretty well for me. I'm enjoying this. It is very addictive. I'm becoming a good pro. Number 1 sucker. Seafood eater. Ah, dang it. Editor, don't use that. That is a blue crab. My guess is that it's going to taste very similar. Give it a little bit of a suck. That is a hip joint. The crab has so many hips. Imagine if it needed a hip replacement. Oh yeah. I would say the blue meat, a little bit more dense, not as soft. Certainly no eggs in there. I love them both. I've had it before with all the salad and stuff. Forget it. Give me the meat, give me the sauce, and let me suck away. That is awesome. We've spent some serious money and we are on our way to $100. Let's check out the money meter right now. Boom, over $40, almost halfway there. Let's keep eating. Right here, a seafood cart with all kinds of grilled goodies, some unique foods that you won't find at any seafood carts. I don't know, I've not been around a lot of seafood carts. I like this one though. Here, squid, that's obvious, but this is the squid teeth. That is what helps control the beak. The beak is what's located right there in that area. These are some tiny octopuses. These are some bigger octopuses. That is from the planet Zargon. And then these are eggs. Oh, I know what you're thinking. Fish roe, who cares? That's cute. No, these are squid eggs. When they dissect the squid, they rip it open. That egg sac is in there. I'm gonna try it now. Next, a sweet plum sauce and then a seafood sauce. Same sauce combination. Sweet plum, sweet seafood. Kind of tastes like how an aquarium smells. It does feel like the seafood has been hanging out for a while, doing its thing in the sun, which is not ideal. It's got a little funk to it. I like the sauce a lot. I like how it looks more than anything. But the way it tastes, the texture, it's just okay. Squid eggs. This is deceiving because it looks like little bread buns. Wow. So the outside is actually quite leathery. Inside, very soft, and there's some strange squiddy taste in there. I don't know, I have a love-hate relationship with this. I can't decide. I ate the whole thing, so not bad. That's a pretty good bite. If you gave that to someone, they would never guess that they're eating just a squid egg sack. It's one of those foods, if somebody tells you what it is, you start over-analyzing it as you're eating it, and you get in your head a little bit. You need to get less in your head and get this more in your stomach. The food train continues to plug along. We are not at $100 yet. We're not at half of that yet, but still, we must move forward. Our next food This is fish maw soup. The fish maw is the air bladder inside of the fish. You know, like if you go scuba diving, you have an air bladder that helps control your height in the water. That's what that does for a fish. I assume. I did no research, but that's what would make sense to me. Here is the fish maw master. You can see tons and tons of chunks of the maw inside. The air bladder, for some reason, is this really prized part of the fish. It gets taken out, it gets dried, it gets rehydrated, it gets put in a soup like this. Oh, and then they're putting in some noodles. Then they're putting in the chicken, quail egg, and then some crab on top. That looks awesome. Check it out. First of all, there's a viscous, probably corn starchy broth in there. Look at these noodles just soaking up that sauce. This is yummy flavor. It is some kind of a soy-based sauce. All that is very pleasant, but I am here for the maw. Oh, here it is. It's such a weird spongy shape after they do what they do to it. Oh, it's very hot. I get why people like it, but the texture, there's no texture like it. The closest thing would be some kind of like a fried and stewed tofu. It's spongy, it's absorbed all that savory broth. The broth is savory. Nothing better than being in Bangkok when it's 90 degrees, but it feels like 110. Eating soup so hot, it's burning the inside of your mouth off. I wish I was in like Russia in wintertime right now around a campfire. Just weather-wise. Here is the deal. I am 10 foods in right now, but I spent only about $51. I'm a long ways away, so I'm throwing an audible. Behind me, a bird nest restaurant. Bird nest, it's a very lavish ingredient. Why wouldn't it be? It's made out of bird spit. Bird nest right here. So it is in these small containers. I'm gonna get 2 different kinds. This is a very clear looking one. Just gonna rinse it with this hot water. Now, that first one is factory made. I'm told the second one is natural. They say that's why it's brown. A little bit of a sugary syrup being put inside. Right here, we have our final meal of the day. I thought at first when people ate bird nests, they were eating like sticks and stuff. Well, it turns out sparrows make a nest from saliva. It's kind of bumpy and clumpy, and that's because they create strands of saliva, which in turn create a structure for their nest to exist. It's very jelly-like. The nest has virtually no flavor. A little sweet from the sugar, of course, and it is like an overcooked glass noodle. The only part that's weird is if you think about the fact that you're eating bird spit, but try not to think of it that way. Try to think of it like you're eating some other kind of spit that you enjoy more. These are made in a factory. It means they have buildings out in the countryside where they're playing bird calls, and then they hope that the birds will populate the building with tons of nests. That is the factory version. Now, this one I've never seen before. This is the natural one. So this is something that would be found in caves or on cliffs. Wow, this is a bizarre experience. It's a different texture. Some bits are more chewy than in the clear version. It tastes like there's little tiny traces of some impurities. I couldn't tell you what that is exactly. Part of me wants to say it tastes almost woody, but am I just making that up? Because birds live in trees? So that is bird nest, a very popular item here in Chinatown. All the buildings are advertising bird nest and shark fin, and I didn't want to get canceled this time, so I'm gonna get shark fin. And next time. That is 12 foods in a row. Fantastic, amazing. Did we get over $100? Adding, contabulating. Boom, we did it.
After 1 week in Thailand, I believe I've eaten everything except for this, an iconic Thai food served up in a restaurant owned by the legendary Mark Wiens himself. So what happens when the worlds of YouTubing and restauranteering collide? I'm about to find out.
Right here, we have the full menu. They serve one dish, stir-fried basil. Protein options. First option, not protein. But then we've got pork, we've got sour pork, squid, beef, and they have Wagyu and Wagyu shank, which is topping the scale at 269 baht. Roughly roughly $8 for the most expensive one. That's it. After you choose your protein, you have the spice level right here, 1 through 5. 1 is non-spicy. The only way I would allow it is if you're about to board a 14-hour flight. All right, get the non-spicy just for safety. I want to be more in this territory.
Sunny.
How you doing?
I'm great.
I'm very excited. I'm outside your restaurant. I want to ask you a few questions about it before I go inside. You have the 5 different levels. Which one do you recommend people try if they want the kind of truly authentic Thai experience?
So the level of spice, probably the signature level.
Do you guys serve Tums or Pepto-Bismol? He just laughed.
There's a 7-Eleven like right down in the corner. People often run there for milk.
That could be a good backup. You know, Vietnam is not a spicy country. Thailand is. And so I know you're adapted to spice much more than me. So let me start there and see how it goes. If that's too spicy, I'll just stop there. If it's not, I might have to give you another call.
Welcome to Pet Mart.
Thank you. Mark paid me $1 million to do this, by the way. So I'm looking at the menu right here. I think I need to go with pork. Aside from that, I want different textures, so I think we'll do squid. And then of course, I have to experience Wagyu in Mark's restaurant. For all of them, I want to go with a number 4, the medium signature. All of them, by the way, are gonna have a duck egg on top of. That is my order. Is it okay to go to the kitchen?
Of course, sure.
And do you just let anybody go to the kitchen if they want to?
Sometimes.
So we have special permission right now to head into the kitchen for Mark's friends. Oh, hold on. Did Mark tell you I was his friend?
Oh, yes. He said close friend.
Close friend?
Yes.
My heart's melting. Maybe I'm having a heart attack. I don't know which one. We've just entered the kitchen, and the kitchen has a couple of different stations. Over here, they have 2 stir-fry stations where they cook the whole dish. But to top the dish, you need an egg, and the egg gets cooked up right here. What they do is they start with the egg white. What's very special about this egg is that it's super crispy, fried, and kind of browned around the outside of the egg white, but the yellow yolk is still very, very creamy. And the way they're able to achieve that is by putting the yolk in after the whites have fried a bit. It is absolutely genius. I love it. That soon will be going on top of all 3 of our dishes. They are making mine right now. It starts with some minced garlic. I see some chilies on there, chili oil, fresh peppers, black pepper. That is a lot of pepper. The wok is well oiled up. And then all the chilies go in first, and my gosh, that is flaming up like crazy. Then the protein, this one is the minced pork. Now, fish sauce, chili oil, and the white pepper, and a little bit of MSG. Then we got some black soy sauce mixing in, and we're gonna stir that up a bit. Oh, this smells amazing in here. Now, this is the signature right here, the basil being fried up as well. Some water goes in. Oh, you can see the beautiful colors when you've got the chilies, you've got the basil, and then the meat in there too. And alas, the dish is complete. We're gonna take this to the dining room and try it out. It's game time. It looks awesome. Oh, smells very enticing. And then just look at these eggs. It's beautiful. Be honest, what does it remind you of? I'm gonna try just the meat first, and then I'm gonna break the yolk in there. Here we go. Super delicious. Fried basil is a little bit crunchy. That is my favorite part. It's building up in heat, but it's tolerable. The next move is I'm gonna cool myself down by coating the meat with an egg. Get a big scoop of that. Top it with a chili. Unbelievably creamy, very spicy, super savory. This is a wonderful dish. This is a crunchy egg white. Just look how curled up, thin, and delicate it is. It's so satisfying, especially when you mix it with everything on here. One more chili. When I eat the red chilies, it is hot. But okay, no, it's hot. Sorry. I was gonna say something else, but yeah, it's hot. So I wanted some different texture options, not just meat. And here we have some seafood. You're gonna see the chili seeds in there now. Some of that stuff that was hidden in the pork version is coming out. It's much more clear that you're eating something very spicy. Let's go. Beautifully cooked, not overdone, not overly chewy, a little crunchy, a little soft. My favorite part of the day is here. Popping the yolk, eggs with squid. Let's try that out. Egg yolk makes everything better. Moving on, right here, Wagyu shank. So this looks very rich, very thin pieces of shank. Let's go for it. Compared to the others, much more fatty. Of course, it's Wagyu, it's very delicate, very soft. Oh, I can't think, my brain's on fire. Pop, egg, yolk, some of that fried white. Let's throw a chili on there too. That's what Mark would do. If Mark was here right now, Mark said he's in Singapore. Wait, what if Mark's just at his house? Mark was like, yeah, let's do a quick FaceTime call. And then he ran out into his driveway. No, I'm definitely not at my house. I'm in Singapore. Oh, let's try this. Epic bite. The Wagyu is not my favorite texture because it's almost so soft, it becomes a little bit mushy. So I do prefer the pork a little bit more. If I eat here every day, I'd probably just cycle through the menu, except for the vegetarian option. I think the move from here is to call Mark. I want to see if he has any ideas for something we could do maybe off menu to bring the level up. Give me a second. I'm definitely not going to drink a water. I'm going to go outside and call Mark. All right, we got Mark back on the line. Mark, that was an incredible experience. Very spicy, but I think I can handle a little bit more or maybe a lot more. Do you have something that if a normal person tried it, they'd have to sign a waiver? Do you have anything like that where we can pump this up a bit?
I'm glad you're not a normal person and
you knew that.
happen to have a few Carolina Reapers laying around the kitchen.
Wow, that's dangerous. Carolina Reaper, is that the hottest one on earth?
It was the hottest one. It might still be.
But it's not spicy for you, right?
It's pretty spicy.
Oh boy.
Oh, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine.
Oh, he's so comforting. Well, if you say I'm gonna be fine, then let's go for it.
You're gonna be trying the level 5 with the little Carolina Reaper sprinkled in.
Okay, I'm up for it.
Just one.
There's no phone call after this. I'll just send you a text whether or not I survive, okay?
All
right, thanks, Mark.
Okay, enjoy.
A piece. We are back in the kitchen. Mark has proposed this, the Carolina Reaper. How did he even get these into Thailand? Maybe he grows these in his garden. They look angry. They look scary. He's cutting it very finely, mincing it into small little pieces. Part of me wants to taste it, but why would I do that? Ooh. Oh my God, guys, you remember when I did 7 one-chip challenges in one day? And that chip just absolutely toxic and unbearable. That is not food. That's what that smells like. Right here is the final spice blend. We have a level 5 spice going right here along with the Carolina Reaper. All right, we've got the final product right here. Looks super innocent, right? There's a crap load of chilies, the Carolina Reaper hanging out inside. Last step, a triple egg. Let's go eat. This is full of chilies. It also is full of Carolina Reaper, which is invisible and can no longer be seen by the naked eye. I'm gonna start a little bit slow. I got this right here. The pork with all the spices and seasonings. I'm waiting for the pain. This reminds me of the one-chip challenge so much. That is the hottest thing I've ever eaten, was the one-chip challenge. Pop, 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 just a waterfall of yolks. Amazing. I feel like a fireball in my belly right now. It's like the logo of this restaurant. That guy is dancing around in my stomach doing the freaking limbo. I know it's gonna be a good day tomorrow. One more bite. After this, I've eaten all the red chilies. Very spicy. I'm gonna get my stomach pumped. I'm hoping if I drink the right combination of Pepto-Bismol, Tums, I think all that together, then I'm just gonna be in the hospital for 1 day and not 3. Oh, boom, we did it. We went to Mark's restaurant and we ate the hottest possible stir-fried basil and Carolina Reaper. It's been about 5 minutes since I finished eating. I feel a little rumbly in my tumbly, but overall successful. I want to say a huge thank you to Mark Wiens, one of the owners here of Fed Mark, for allowing me the freedom to come into his restaurant, come into his kitchen, and for trusting me to, not destroy anything. Man, the Carolina Reaper is no joke. That is it for this one. Thank you everyone for watching. I will see you next time. Here is the social media, Instagram for this restaurant. Come here next time you're in Bangkok. I will see you next time. Peace. Okay, let's find the bathroom.